Ooh, good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing tonight? You're good? I'm still absolutely boiling. I've got another glass of ice here. I've also got a bottle that's just like, I just chucked it in the freezer. It's completely frozen, but it's already started to melt. Yeah. One of the weirder flavors that you find in Japan, this is ume soroti. Like, it's like I don't know if you have like a salted lychee flavor drinks over wherever you live, but this is like a salted Japanese plum or apricot or something like that. I'm not really too sure how you would say that, but it's like ume salty. It's really, really delicious. Anyway, not sponsored, but if somebody would like to sponsor me, I'm completely open to that. Yeah. So, how is everyone doing? Let's see who's here. Okay, so got Wicked. Japanese again? I'm actually not sure. I've got it set to English for now. I wanted to play it through English if possible. We'll see how things go. But then also Asterisk Online, the waiting screen is cute. Carthea is cute as fuck. Brain melting, yep. Absolute brain melting, brain rot. I love it. Matsutake, it is. Matsukade. Yusuke-san, good evening. Konbanwa. Sudden stream. Well, I set it up for a schedule about 3 or 4 hours ago, but yeah, kind of sudden. I wasn't sure. Was I going to make a video today or was I going to stream today? But I thought, I need to go through the second playthrough of For All Over anyway, so I might as well just stream it. That's not sold here? Really? It's not sold there? It's so good. Really good. Recommend it. Pocari's number 1. Well, you're either in a Pocari team or Aquarius team. And then there's me just like, not. Christian, really? It's your birthday today? Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Congratulations. I hope you had a fantastic day. And you chose to spend it here with me. I mean, I'm absolutely honored. Thank you very much. For all of it, Ian should be fine to listen. I agree. So one second, let me just put it up here. So as I explained on my first playthrough, this is my second account. On my second account, I've progressed a little bit, about 30 something minutes into the story, but I've not really progressed all that far. We still have all the twists and turns to get through, so we have that. But if you would like me to re-experience from the beginning, we could just pull up Rubhen on YouTube and watch the first 30 minutes till we get to the part where I am up to right now. I don't think it really matters all that much. But yeah, if you want to do that, I can do that. Also, by the way, has anyone actually looked at the stats for this trial for a lover? 114 crit rate. Why the hell does she have 114 crit rate? This is not my for lover. My for lover is down here. Not all that much better, I'll be honest. I literally just I got a 5 set of whatever it was and just maxed it and okay, let's go. I need to actually do a proper farm for lover. But yeah, 114. Kind of crazy, you know? 164, 2,172. My for lover down here is 2,445 and 74.9 crit rate, and then you've also got the Shorekeeper buff, and then 187. So I need more crit damage. I just literally put on whatever I could find. Not even this one's actually alright, but it doesn't have crit damage. Nothing. This one's alright actually, but again, no crit rate. Crit damage, attack, crit rate, resident skill, attack, but yeah, literally just the first ones I could find, really. I still need to build her. So, Fenrico, yeah, I've got Fenrico on here. Fenrico is so damn cool. I would love a playable Fenrico. What can you achieve with the substat reroller? Oh, I know, right? No, seriously, if I could have a substat reroller, I could make this a full 5. Just change this to crit damage. I don't care what percent it is, just change it to crit damage and I'm good. I'd need both on there. Even if it's just one, just change this to crit rate. Full 5 there, why not? Crit rate, I'd be good with that. Crit damage, I'd be good with that. The only one that's really terrible right now is this one here. But, yeah. So, I mean, for now, not good, but not bad. But this is the trial one. 114. It's kind of crazy. 2022 attack, 673. 345? Holy. That is crazy. Right, so, shall we play through it? I'm guessing, I haven't heard anyone say that they really mind the first 30 minutes or so. So, we can just go on from here. So, I'm currently at this part here. We've just arrived into the Fabricatorium. I've still not even unlocked this area yet. And we've gone through we've spoken to Carthea and Black Shores. We've gone on our little gondola. We've spoken to Fenrico. Got shoved off into the ocean. Got saved by Fullova. We had a little talk with Fullova. And then we're here. So we have that. Gonna land a crit every 3 to 5 business days? Yeah, I know, right? So, Apparently, this story is a 7 out of 10. Which is someone's opinion, but I don't know if I'd agree with that. Also, I remember saying last time that some people say that they don't like. 1 second, let me turn sound on. Holy shit! Some people say that they don't like playing with trial characters during the quest, and I disagree. I think, honestly, all quests should be done with trial characters, so that way the devs can more tailor the experience for everyone. So, like, if when you come across a strong battle and then you've got this overpowered Jinshi just one-shots nukes them, then you don't really get the sense of the gravitas of the battle. But like, you've got like a character which is a level character that would require you to play a certain amount or to a certain degree, then. Point being, I think it's better for us to play with trial characters in quests and just have the gacha characters that we pull for stuff like endgame and overworld and stuff like that. And yeah, there's like dialogues as well. Like, it's really weird when you have a team and they have dialogues from someone that's not in the team, like off field. It's like, all right. Trial Resonator is a must. Yep. And the 2.4 Part 2 had one. Yeah. So what are those?
Echo Brooders.
I'm going to play through English on this one. What's their purpose?
To create Rina Sita's common echoes from the twisted fragments of tacit discords and echoes.
Alright, I'll put this on
Born
autoplay.
in chaos, yet shaped to be amiable and useful. How interesting. A touch of vibrancy woven into ruin. An opus of life that lasts for an eternity. The art of reshaping frequencies is far more fluid than one might think.
It's really interesting playing this after playing through it.
Brimming with vitality.
Like, lines like that, it like kind of hints towards her motivations. You know?
Will the approaching sounds be beautiful enough? Symphony of life. Absolute futility.
Okay. Rylan be cooking? Yeah.
I heard the restless discordance.
Sharp ears. I didn't catch a thing.
There are whispers that reach me beyond these.
It hurts. Vulova. I don't want to be here.
Take us away. Only you can.
Don't leave us. Don't leave us here.
Yo, Zodrog, how you doing, man? Okay. Roll over, you're back.
We should be able to take the rail here, right?
Yeah, listen to everything that's being said, like, with the knowledge of what
Wait a moment. I'll activate it first.
the climax is. There's a lot of foreshadowing being put up there. Have fun in the dreamland.
She clearly drifted off just now. What was that about? Is this really the right path? If I time it right, the way forward might reveal itself.
Well, it's time to go home for dinner. Your parents must be waiting for you.
Careful now, my child. Watch your step.
Time to switch the rail.
Got it. She seemed to have just noticed it. Strange.
You don't look well, child. Did something happen? Okay.
Will the approaching sounds be beautiful enough? Cadence, halt, heed the echoes. Thus you fall.
Yeah, it's really hot. Nozomi. めっちゃくちゃ暑いで。Only something about her.
Olova, you're back.
I'm still not sure, like, are these people
You don't
actually
look
still
well, child.
alive,
Did
you
something
know?
happen?
Nothing to worry about. He will take care of it.
I have no idea. I was actually wondering if they were going to reveal who her parents were, but they
I
never
heard
did.
your murmurs just now. You didn't seem this frightened the last time you met Leia.
Frightened? Nothing gets under my skin at this age.
Spiritually, yes. Biologically, no. That's the thing, though.
What about death?
Actually, we could talk about that later. We're playing Ian? Yes, we are playing Ian this time, unless I get
There's
bribed.
a new demon. Always unwelcome. Always reminding you of the shortness of our days and the regrets we can't mend.
Well, they say that her parents are here in this world, that her parents are calling for her, you know?
How I'd love for this merry life to last forever.
Yeah, I've noticed a few lines already that,
Things to never change.
like, my understanding of the
No
lines,
one to take their leave.
like this line here as well, how I'd love
That's
for this
not
to
right.
last forever.
If I fulfilled my one true purpose, then death
Like-
could never scare me.
Not all lines, but a lot of lines take on a different meanings, as you said, playing it for the second time. Like, knowing what happens in the
Oh,
future.
not this nonsense again, Triss. Come on, dinner's ready.
Maybe she's still not found her mother's frequency. I'm pretty sure someone in here... Shut up, Yoho. I'm pretty sure someone in here
Olova,
says that...
Time to go home for dinner.
There.
Your parents must be waiting for you.
Oh, your parents must be waiting for you. Not your parents are waiting for you, but your parents must be waiting.
My parents, waiting for me.
Oh, Triss's words remind me of myself 50 years ago. Wouldn't you say, Leia?
Aye. She spends far too much time with you.
What do you think now?
Now? Ooh. Well, I just want to watch a few more sunrises with my Leia.
My. I thought the meticulous rover was supposed to be flawless in battle.
I think Triss having a purple flower is also unique to this specific scene. I'm not sure. Will I go back to FGO for the free 1K no, I already logged in today. One second. I'll show you what I got. I got two really juicy characters. And I thought you would never doze off for an enemy.
A crack has appeared on that gateway. This one also needs...
I'll activate it.
One second, let me show you. I don't know if I can show it on screen. I'll try. If it loads. One second. I recently got them, so they'll be like at the bottom. Should they? On there. Just put. There. So one character I got. I'll just go back to a bigger screen. Don't forget to share this. Yep. Oxite. And the other character I got as well. Another one I really, really like. I really want as well. I'll do it this way. Ruler. John Ruler. Metatron. So I'm like, yeah, let's fucking go. I've already got like all the other ones, so. I tried a few pulls on the beast. Didn't get it. Of course not. Okay, right. Back to the game. Yeah, Metatron's a really nice design. Sorry, I'm gonna have to interrupt that. Oh. Okay, there we go. Really? This is right. Oh, yeah. I like the way she's like.
Know the gateway had cracked.
Sliding down here, you know. Like,
I felt the disharmony within the lost beyond.
That was fast.
How pathetic that most will overlook the smallest of fractures.
oh, perfect rehearsal.
But for now, time remains on our side.
Wind calls, waves follow.
Hopefully this helps.
Tempest of slashes.
It's kind of over me. Yeah, I know, but
Wind howls. Unfettered by
they really need to do
clouds.
more with a lot of the stuff they have in the game. You know, they have a lot of mechanics that they've already built into the game, like, which are really cool, but they just don't utilize them nearly as much as they could or should. You die. Okay. Okay, let's go up here. Aquarium Fate collab in the next patch. Just look at, you know, well, yeah, we've got Ishtar basically. It'd be crazy if they got the same voice actor to do her again. Like, you know, she did Carlotta, the Japanese one. I mean, imagine if they got her to do Yuno as well. I know they didn't. It's a different voice actor, but still, it would be funny. Since you're late to the party, are you? No, this is my second playthrough. So I'm playing this like reading and understanding lines after already knowing what, like, how things turn out. Like trying to like look at them and see a lot of the foreshadowing and any other different meanings we can like find it decipher.
Ready.
Who am I going to pull for, Augusta or Yuno? The answer is yes. Guys, I have two accounts. I can pull for both. My main problem is on which account do I pull for who? That's my main issue. I'm waiting to find out what their kit is and see who they synergize best well with, and then I'm going to put them on whatever team that is.
Sentence is due.
Both on both accounts? Well, if you want to pay for that, sure. Also, by the way, XYZ, thank you so much for the follow.
Absolute cadence. Halt.
If Yuna has erosion, then it's automatic casting. True. Yeah. Alright, so... What about pulling, you know, for the account with Jian, I'm pulling Augusta on the one without Zhang Liao. again, I have no idea what their kits are, so I can't say either way, you know? An illusory beauty conceals the fragile reality. Does this perfectly match song, which establishes its tone here, also foretell a future? A question I've been pondering for so pessimistically as of late. Okay, so that's an annoying thing. I'm in this immersion mode, but it like pulls me out of the immersion mode when I do certain things. I mean, this immersion mode needs a lot more work done on it. Whoa, 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 whoa! Not this way. Oh wait, that was right.
Are we there yet?
Did I just jump? No, I could. What's that slide down there? Okay, someone conclude Augustus gift from the reward token bus. I mean, there are some things you definitely can at least assume, deduce. I'm just gonna do this. It's easier. Like usually, for example, if I see crit rate on the weapon, I know that in the skills it's going to be crit damage in the passive skills. It's like it's a guarantee every time. So it's not impossible, and you probably are correct. So what Whimpering Wastes, such a stupid name by the way. What Whimpering Waste tokens were there? Fenrico's Underground Casino.
Almost there.
Just like before. We'll handle the orchestration.
Well, for you're playing. Oh, that was too quick. Couldn't read it. Heavy attack and electro. Oh.
Absolute futility, symphony of life. It just ready. We wither together.
So you think that she can be a heavy attack scaling? Well, we know she's electro. I would have put money that she would have been fusion, but electro it is, you know. But yeah. Which one was it? Oh yeah. Gold token that gives a 50% heavy attack and electro. Okay, that one is so Augusta coded. I mean, it sounds like it. I just use Carlotta, Shangli, Showkeeper, and for a level cartwheel and air over to get an easy rank. Oh, nice. Heavy attack like Gian. Yes. Oh, by the way, guys, did you realize that for Lover is actually a really good pair for Gian?
The melody has returned to its proper rhythm.
I mean, you could pair for Lover with, well, if she's heavier attack scaling, then
Soon,
you could pair for Lover with
it will
Augusta.
recover too.
We can also pair her with Gian too, as she boosts heavy attack. All the ice is like gone. This was full of ice earlier. I mean, the best one that pairs well with Frolova is actually Roche, from what I understand, because Roche is also heavy attack and havoc as well. So if you want to have like a main DPS Roche, then you would do that. But I don't want to do that. This is like leaking on me. Condensation. Still frozen. Do we have the entire soundtrack for 2.5 like available yet? Like, there's a lot of tracks in here that are really good. Not just this one, but later on as well, when we're like going towards like the climax, like through that
I knew we'd make beautiful music together.
tunnel or something.
Another perfect rehearsal.
Hold on. You played ahead of the beat. I heard it.
Well, Flova.
Just the vocal
your
ones?
playing and Triss's improvisation were completely in sync. No wonder you're our best violinist.
It's only because I've played this piece countless times before.
Again.
Oi! Don't be changing the subject now.
The foreshadowing, you know?
I've heard tell you've been asked to perform far from here. I'm sure you'll amaze them all, just like you always do.
I'm pretty sure like this Fulova here is like the modern day Fulova, and like she's in like her Lost Beyond, her Sonorosphere thing, but everyone's acting as if everyone's behaving as if it's still thousands of years ago.
Are you all right, Flova? You look a bit pale.
Plans have changed, but it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, the piano's kind of...
When you can, come back and rest, will you? You've been working so hard.
For lack of a better term, discordant.
I remember you said this is
It's like there's
the
two
only
piano
place
pieces
you
being played at
truly
the same time.
rest. But you're always busy. And sometimes things here get a bit messy.
They don't feel bothered knowing that they're dead. That's not it. That's not just it. It's like...
I'm here with you.
It's like they're going through the motions of, like I said, what happened
Triss,
decades ago.
Do you want me to keep going with my plan?
Of course.
And then...
I want to sing and sing forever.
And here's when they
Even
do.
though this isn't the home we once knew.
I know it's not. I'm not the same as I was either. I died in an accident hundreds of years ago.
Just her saying that
But I
with
still
a
feel me
huge
inside.
smile is
And I can still
kinda
laugh
crazy.
and sing. It doesn't feel any different.
Is that really true? So
I know
I want to
you
like
can do it, Flova.
talk about some philosophical stuff
You'll
at the end of
bring
the
everyone back, and I'll
playthrough.
be right here waiting for
Some stuff that
you.
you guys might know
I'll
or
wait
might not
for
know.
that day.
You bring
By
everyone
then-
back, yeah.
By then, you will stand on an even brighter stage.
Yeah, this is very creepy. It's one of those things where it
I'll be
seems
always.
bright. It seems happy, but when you actually listen to
This
it,
time,
it's actually kind of creepy.
will death be real?
Oh, that's when you think that this Triss here was just a grand architect.
Am I
Interesting.
finally?
Yeah, because Triss and Triss are different.
But you
'Cause
can't, Flova.
Flova,
You can't simply die.
yeah,
Didn't you promise to bring them home?
that's grand architect, from what I understand, and he
Flova.
are using the same
Flova, wake up.
voice as Triss. There.
Flova. Flova.
Losing that much blood and not even trying to treat it? If you really wanted to die, I could have made it quicker for you.
Cold.
You deliberately teeter on the verge of death. Are you that desperate to see what you truly desire?
With her not having the purple flower on her head before. So the one with the purple flower is Triss. Why the green's? The green screen's gone. It's broken. What's going on? Weird. Told you, I live in like nothing.
We should move.
Remove. I don't care. Ah! You can see like this place is still being like renovated. In fact, you want to see? You want to see what's behind here? you want to see what's behind here? Like, just how much of a fucking state this room is. hang on. It's an absolute tip, right? It's like I've got. Well, you see it. In fact, no. You guys have probably. Some of you have seen it before. Some of you have already seen it before. Right. 1 second. I'll show you. Like, let me just show you. I've got like what's that? How many? 10 rolls of insulation back there. 1 second, let me show you. Some wood in the corner. The door is, there's no door. It's just a door frame, right? Like tools on the floor over there. More tools on the floor over here. No ceiling. No ceiling. Because I do all the renovations myself. And it's way too hot to do anything in this time of year. Hell no. I'm not doing shit at this time of year. Fuck that. And that's why I don't have air conditioning in this room, because there's no ceiling and like no separation between rooms, there's no point. Unless I'm trying to like cool down the entire second floor, which I really don't feel like doing that. I moved? No, I'm just... This house is really, really old and needs a lot of everything. Right. Okay. So, yeah. That's why I have this window open. You can see it there? Let's have this window open. That's why I can sometimes hear like crickets and cicadas and all sort of thing. That's why I always rely on green screen, because I don't really have the most photogenic, videogenic background, you know? 50 years or older. It's about 65 or 70 years old. Room being used as storage for now? It's being used for everything. Andre, welcome in. How you doing? Are those rice? No, it's insulation. It's insulation. Yeah, it's an old house, that's why. Well. Doesn't from some good commentary? I try. Okay, so. Oh, there.
An audio recording here.
Emergency rice in the walls, yeah. Alright. Let's listen to this.
Primus, Flova has reached the final stage. The foundation of the paradise is complete. It is time to purge those who have strayed. The souls trapped in darkness need a temporary dwelling. For that, we need her work. But, Primus... You hesitate. Why? This is different from what you
Rich
told us.
Keeble's acting in this is fantastic.
You said our goal was
Fenrico.
to return the divine power within the gem to the holy sphere. You never mentioned this part. Has the plan changed? Primus, should I continue the recording?
I caught on to this.
Recording. When did I ever... I see. No. Continue recording.
I caught on to this first time I played through. Like, there's something going on where it's like, he's forgetting stuff that he's said or done, and it's like, there's something going on there. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I caught on to that. So Fenrico's goal isn't just the gem.
Or more precisely, this man of authority has already sunk deep into the mire of his own confusion.
This feels a lot like what Cantarella described before.
Yeah, like the Thenodian corruption.
Is the Thenodian's power driving him towards something?
Why did you create the Lost Beyond? I think Fenrico should be a playable character. I don't care what anyone says.
I made a promise long, long ago. A long-lost friend once told me that every promise matters. Once you make one, you see it through, no matter the cost.
Sorry. I remember playing the first time I played through this at the beginning of my playthrough, and I got bribed to play in Japanese, right? And I said, "Oh yeah, I'll switch it to Japanese now because I promised, and I always keep my promises." What weird foreshadowing that was! Like I had no idea what was going on, like what was going to happen in the story. I was like, I always me personally, like me, Ryuku, the person, always keeps their promises at every time. Like I'm still keeping promises to people that are, let's just say, they don't really get along with me anymore, or they're not really interested in being affiliated with me anymore. I'm still keeping my promises to them. Because promises to me are really damn important. Like, you should always keep your promise insofar as that you are able to. That's where I make a distinction, I guess. So how long is long, long ago?
Well, nothing like what you'd call long ago, I suppose.
Is he not dead? You mean Fenrico? The thing is though, like, Frolov is also dead. Like her body is at the bottom of the water, the sea, right? And her, for lack of a term, in this case, spirit, as in the resonant energy, is in the Lost Beyond. So, even if Fenrico was dead, it doesn't matter. Because, like, lore-wise, they don't care. Like, Kura Games clearly doesn't care. Like, her body's there, her resonant energy is there, but she's, like, flying around Raguna with us. So, I don't really think it matters. People saying that, like, they have to find a lore reason. Like, no, they really don't. Well, nothing like what you called long ago, I suppose, but you're still human.
And
Maybe it's about keeping a promise, or maybe it's your own stubbornness. It's kind of ironic that he's saying that.
Responsibilities are tied to emotions. If your stubbornness drove you to create an entire Sonoro, then I'd call it an obsession.
perhaps.
Perhaps. Quizás. I mean, in that case, I don't think he's really wrong. Like, if you are at the point of, like, if you spend literally hundreds, if not thousands of years on a singular thing, that's the literal definition of obsession. And also, like, madness. No? Rover aura farming eyes, right? That scene?
Finally, some peace.
You mean?
Oh no, she was there in 2.0. I mean, like, at the end of this 2.5 here.
Melodies, the distorted hymns, the clamor of life's rhythm. Everything we left behind was nothing short of a disastrous symphony.
If that's the case, can I expect the path ahead to be different?
Perhaps the lake ahead.
The definition of
remains
insanity.
undisturbed.
True. Obsession. Insanity. Is there a difference? Doing things over and over and expecting different outcomes is also the definition of insanity. I mean, there are many different things that could constitute being insane. Ah, no. Nah, you're right, Joe Boy. I still love this, like, set design, you know? It's really cool. If I for love it, at least try different things. Yeah, but again, trying for so long, that comes into a different level of insanity, no? I mean, it's fair. I understand her. I understand her
It
motivations.
seems the chaos has seeped into every corner of the Fabricatorium.
Need to orchestrate it then?
Yes, the orchestration altar is behind that pillar.
The water's not deep. Maybe we could walk it through.
Water? It's the energy source that keeps the site running.
It's like an oil. Is this Lost? No, this is not the Lost Beyond from what I understand. Lost Beyond is like the village type area.
Hold on. I'll orchestrate this area first. Let's see if the path will reveal itself after the mist is cleared.
She's trying to use her forte again. And she looks better now. Her injuries and resonance ability are recovering. Our alliance hinges on her weakened state. I'm not sure how long it'll take her to fully recover. But when she does, this fragile pact could end in an instant.
I don't know. I never really got the impression that because she weakened, that's why she's helping. I think even if she was at full strength, she would still do all this.
Changed. Then maybe it's time to take a different path. Even if it's nothing like before.
I'll do whatever it takes to help you achieve your goal.
Again, this is Grand Architect.
We stand in the same place. And I've already shown you that what you seek is within reach.
This is the second time, Kimmy. We're like looking at and analyzing all the lines through the lens of knowing what happens.
Vilova.
Also, Hypnotic Caveman, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you so much.
This mist, it's even thicker than before. And
things are getting worse.
There's still a couple of things that I don't quite
the Sonorous
understand.
It seems to be tied to your life.
a sharp observation. Worry not. It won't affect our
Oh, you know, everyone's insane here.
There is always a way forward. Stay close.
You like this part of the story? It's a very interesting story. Interesting and nuanced. Not perfect, though, by any stretch of the imagination. I'm actually quite curious. Like, since it's been a couple of weeks, have any of your guys' opinions on what you would have rated this story changed? I remember when I asked everyone before, everyone was saying, like, say, around 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. Some people even saying 10 out of 10. I think they were joking, but I'm not too sure. Maybe they're being serious. Has anyone, like, changed their opinion on this story? Like, has it improved? Like, say you give it a 7, but now you're going to give it an 8 or a 9, or maybe you give it a 9, now you're going to take it away, maybe give it an 8. Has anyone changed their opinion on the score here? You wait for the low video then? Well, thank you very much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I actually want to do a 2.5 or story recap video, if that makes sense. Just condense everything into like say about 6 or 7 minutes. Now I'd stick to 7.5. That's fair. Yeah, it's gone up the more details I've caught. Interesting. Gasman did a 1 hour review. I saw he made a video. I haven't watched it because I was like, I think he likes it. 8 in the beginning, 8.5 after some digging in the story. I stick to 7. Okay. Yeah. I give it an 8.5 the first time, but I'm not sure if I'd stick to that or if I'd lower it. I don't think I'd increase it. I might stay the same.
Look at this.
Some kind of sheet music. It looks similar to what we
7
saw
out of
back
10?
at the altar.
I mean, 7 out of 10 is a perfectly decent and reasonable
only when they are all orchestrated
rating,
can
no?
the piece return to its original harmony.
8.5 could be improved. 6 or 7 seems fair. What's this composition for?
As I mentioned, everything is made of frequencies. Melodies can bend the rhythm of existence, and by orchestrating their essence, we reshape their very nature.
So all this chaos was caused by Fenrico disrupting the composition.
Exactly. This
Sorry.
piece is the heart.
The ice is getting in the way, so I had to squeeze it to get the drink out.
Restore it, and order will return. The pathways between regions will open again.
You composed this piece, didn't you?
You recognize this melody?
No. But I can tell. You were working with him.
There, she got a little bit of hope. Like, wait, do you remember? Like, that was, like, 1 second, listen to it again.
You recognize this melody?
Recognize this melody? And the way she says it as well, it kind of goes up, like, hopeful. You recognize, no, it's not full on, you recognize this melody, like, it's not, but like, a very slight hint of, you recognize this melody? Like, that kind of thing.
Of course. You're right.
And then here, no, but I can tell you were working with them, right? And she's like, of course you don't remember. Of course. I say, of course, you're right, yeah. And then the way she says that as well, 1 second, let me show you. So, listen to these two lines. Just listen to these two lines. This one here.
You recognize this melody?
She sounds kind of hopeful. Then here.
Of course. You're right.
Of course. You're right. Like, it's like, boom. Like, of course. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's... The voice acting work on this is really good. Did you leave any back doors, just in case?
If I didn't, we wouldn't have made it this far. However, this piece should have been on the orchestration altar, but now it's hidden in this echo brooder. It won't be that simple.
A little mad, yeah. She more and more develops a distaste for Rover. Last time I played it in JP, so I'm really interested to see how that comes across in English. Alright. This one, still, I do not get.
As expected.
I mean, I guess it's just like game logic, but...
Despicable.
There was only one at the place we just passed.
Then there is only one other place they could be. They are right beneath our feet. What significance will you grant them?
If everything is made out of frequencies, could the Thenodium be warped to help people through manipulating the frequencies to... I mean... The everything is made up of frequencies thing is... It's a catch-all. You could just say, oh, why did that happen? I don't know. Frequencies. Why did this happen? Frequencies. What about this? Frequency. It's just like, it's just an excuse, a reason, or whatever you want to call it, for anything that Kuro decides to put in the story, really.
It's a mess here. How are we supposed to find the movement pieces?
Try to think from the perspective of the one who concealed them.
Frequencies are souls? More like souls are frequencies, because everything is frequencies.
We'll descend from here. The path ahead should be safe.
Safe? Really?
I didn't expect this either.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that just doesn't get explained, and I think they're doing it on purpose, so they give themselves the leeway to do or say whatever they want.
In case they break out and attack.
I don't really like that, I'll be quite honest.
They won't. They're not fully developed yet.
I like strict, defined laws that make sense, but a law that says, oh, anything goes, it's like, no, that's not really a good excuse.
Reapproaching sounds be beautiful.
Oh, was that you said?
We wither together, symphony of life. Thus you fall.
Well, yeah, in this world, from what I understand, and maybe I'm wrong on this, everything is made of frequencies, which is still kind of true in reality. Like everything, all matter is vibrating at a certain frequency, and then everything can be broken down into strings, which are further then can theoretically be broken into further smaller molecules. Well, you know, like E equals mc squared, and maybe this is my misunderstanding. E equals mc squared, like all mass is just energy. Like either energy equals mass times the velocity of light squared. So you can get the energy from mass and velocity of light. So if the mass can move the velocity of light squared, then it turns into pure energy. So the reverse is true, where energy or frequencies, and energy does move at a frequency, or all energy does. If you could slow it down, then it slows down into a mass. I might be wrong on that, but that's one of my understandings. So it still kind of plays into reality, I guess. This one here. Someone gave a reason why this could have played out as it did in this comment section of my last playthrough.
We should each
I can't remember what they said now. But like, this here was supposed to be like a trap set up by Fenrico to separate them.
Fenrico likely hid the two music sheets separately to stall us.
Right. No. Like this thing here really, like again, I'm sure at the end of the day it just boils down to reasons, because story, because plot, because it's a game. So I get it. But like, this part here really stands out as like kind of rough. Like, why did Fenrico take the two sheets from the orchestrator and then put them in two different locations to store them? Why didn't he just keep them? Like, if I want to keep someone out of a building, I don't lock the door and then hide the key outside somewhere near the house so it can stall people that are trying to break into the home. So if they look far enough, they can find the key and get in eventually. Or I just lock the door and keep the fucking key. So like, this is like, if he took the two sheets, that'd be the same thing as him just keeping the key. Why did he separate them? That doesn't make sense. And then further here, like these laser things here, how did he know that one would be on this side, one would be on that side? Maybe they could have both been on one side and not the other. Like, these things are like, I know this is me looking really too fucking deeply into this, but it stood out to me the first time I played it, and it stands out to me the second time I play it. Like, with the way they've been setting up a lot of different things, like this part just seems a little bit shoddy. It just works. If both of them got one, yeah. He's still got one. No, because the other one is already in the orchestrator. There's one in the orchestrator already right now. So he doesn't, so Fenrico doesn't have one. To kill one of them with the explosion?
You're wondering if this was all a setup to trap you.
You can really go through this. Yeah, I mean, the lasers are pretty wide enough. You could definitely do that. The timing is too... Last time I chose this one. I'm going to say the timing is too convenient. Be most skeptical.
Now I'm even more certain. Fenrico wanted us separated.
Well, I understand full of his feelings.
For us to walk into. Why
I doubt it.
he?
I mean, I understand her motivations, but I don't understand her feelings.
Searching together wastes time. But if we're separated,
plot
the fragile
shenanigans
trust between us could crumble in an instant. Doubt, dispute, hesitation. Such ruinous trappings follow us disquietly to our graves.
Again, this would always also necessitate that Fenrico knew that these two were going to team up.
But I won't let him win. Will you?
What do I think about the story? Good. Nuanced. It raises a lot of interesting philosophical questions that I'll talk about at the end. Not perfect, and even though it is good, I do like it. I also like how it ends.
You'll still hold my fate in your hand.
It's not fulfilling, but like I said last time, that's probably the point, and that's perfectly fine. I've more thoroughly enjoyed other quests than this one, but this still is very, very good. You trust me with this?
Staying here will get neither of us what we want. Don't keep me waiting.
Like, fly. Like, that line there, like, don't keep me waiting. That's like you could just crouch underneath this. Like, dude. Like, what? Just crouch. Like, get on your belly and just, like, roll. But, like, when she says, don't keep me waiting, I could hear, like, another, don't keep me waiting. Again.
An ambush. As expected.
Will you stay focused? Is that gone?
Wind rises.
Could play many traps, not just this one. But I still want to ask, like, why bother with traps in the first place when he could just take the two sheets with him and lock them out entirely?
The wicked will face judgment. Wind howls, unfettered by bounds.
Didn't he just touch later and stop him in the cutscene? I don't know. Maybe you are schizo.
The wicked will face judgment.
Alright, that's gone.
Pointless.
I think Rove tried to get his hand through the gap and there was a feel for that. Oh yeah, there was... In the top part, I'm guess maybe... Okay, fair. Okay, quality. There could have been a field at the bottom. That's fair. Yeah, I think... Asian guy, I think that's what you were talking about as well, isn't it? Yeah. That's completely fair.
Looks the same as the ones I saw earlier. It's a bit tricky without a guide.
Not if I'm here.
Did you sleep well?
Feeling great. But where are we now? So many twists and turns. It's making me dizzy.
Let's figure this out together.
Roger, roger.
What was the point in that conversation there? Like, really? What was the what was it? What was the point? Filler? People think that I hate Abby. I don't. I just don't see a point to them.
The wicked will face judgment.
I actually came across a Reddit thread. First time I've been on Reddit in a while, actually. I came across a Reddit thread the other day. And if people saying the exact same thing I was saying, it's like, is Abby gonna get an actual point in the story or nah? I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Leave Abby alone. I'm not doing anything.
An unexpected discovery.
That wasn't so tough. See? We made it out.
Yes, it's an elevator.
You were about to pass out.
No way. Something like...
Come on. We need to find the music piece.
Huh? What music piece?
It's a long story.
Alright then, I'll keep an eye out. Just make sure you fill me in later.
They're trying not to make her like Paimon, but instead they're making her more and more like Paimon. I don't know what to say this. I know what you're saying.
Why are there so many tacit discords?
Look, this can take care of them.
Abby will 100% have some
Probably
point.
safe for now.
It's just build up.
Let's go.
I'll believe it when I see it. I still think they just wanted a mascot. That's the most likely situation, in my opinion. Abby actually helps in fights. Okay.
Check out
The Framemaker didn't have time to switch them yet, and Liz was just an already installed system. I'm sorry. Abby has saved Rose as twice.
Frequencies in retroact rain are essentially purer and more stable remnant energy. This shows potential.
We need to do more with retroact rain in the world, you know? I think I said this before, but I think it'd be really cool if we could have like weather things in the overworld which play into the lament, right? Like, you know, guys, have any of you guys played PUBG? Or if you're in Japan or Asia area, have you any played Koyokod, or the English translation of that name is Knives Out? PUBG. You know, like when you're playing these 100 battle royale type games, right? Some parts in the map get a random like mortar shelling, right? And I think they could do something similar in Wuthering Waves, where like just randomly, like there's like maybe it can come through on the gourd where it says, oh, a new retroact a wave 1 phenomena event has happened in this location, and you could find that, and you can go there, and all the mobs in there are like all red elite mobs, and that guarantee echo drops. And you can go there, and it's more difficult for sure, a lot more difficult, but the benefit is that you could earn, say, like echo tubes, like echo experience tubes, that sort of thing. I think that'd be a pretty good idea if they could like implement something like that and actually bring more of like the wave 1 phenomena into something that actually exists and happens as something while you're playing through. No?
The human consciousness retained within the rain.
Writing that down for a survey? Please do.
Resulting in only brief, repetitive fragments. Retroact rain is unpredictable and cannot independently form tacit discords or echoes capable of maintaining human consciousness on a large scale.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of stuff they've got in this game that's just like untapped potential.
For Lova.
Asking for random shinies? Yeah, there's that too. Definitely. We need Wuthering Waves to tread new ground instead of following Hoyo. Last time I said that Wuthering Waves was following Hoyo, I got like absolutely dunked on Twitter. Like people saying, "What are you talking about? No, there's nothing like." I was like, if you don't think there's similarities between these two games, I think you're kind of nuts. Like they've gone further and further away from Hoyo stuff as the game has progressed. Absolutely.
These subjects lack self-awareness. The collective consciousness formed through fusion is entirely shaped and controlled by Leviathan.
It's Twitter? Yeah.
The dark tide cannot sustain or preserve original human consciousness. Research terminated. Recorder for Lova.
This is kind of important to me. I'm going to talk about this later on as well.
Artificial sonorospheres have a short duration and are unstable. Additionally, the influence
like
of
leaking all over
fortes
me,
can cause unintended changes to them. Creating a large, stable Sonoro capable of sustaining a reality for all would entail significant costs. Additionally, the process would demand the sustained application of my resonance ability. This research direction has gained solid support and will continue. Recorder Frolova. These records all link to the wave-worn phenomenon.
Why did Frolova even study this?
There's a pattern here. She was searching for a way to preserve human consciousness.
Is there a point in this line? You could just read it from, these records all link to the waveform phenomena. There's a pattern here. She was searching for, like, that line's completely fucking irrelevant.
And if Enrico's recording is real, who exactly was she trying to save when she created the Lost Beyond?
Are these guys guarding something?
Nothing, Paimon! Shut the fuck up!
Looks like the music piece is nearby.
Will face waves rise. Judgment strikes! Wind rises!
Seriously, fucking hell.
Is that Frolova?
Maybe!
She's talking to someone. But I can't tell who. Anyway, let's keep going.
Hi. You good? You're having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
There it is. We should bring it back.
No, wait a second. Mascot hate is probably the only thing in the gacha space is mostly the thing they agree on. No. Every time I've said that I think Abby is pointless, I get like shit on all the damn time. Every damn time. People love mascots, which is fucking weird because when, again, if I could bring up my first video I made about like what does Japan think about Wuthering waves, and someone in Japan said maybe they can introduce a mascot, and everyone said no, like everyone said no, never. I'm like, and that's not even to do with it's nothing to do with Paimon. It's just like what, whatever.
Back? What do you mean? I don't know what's going on between you two, but maybe you should do this yourself. Her frequency smells off.
We already could tell that.
Off? It's safer for you to stay in my tacit mark and keep watch.
Pointless.
This place is unstable, and the Thenodian is still at work.
Copy that. Be careful out there.
I unironically think Abby just add some variety to this at least over just Rover talking. I don't know. I mean, subjective opinion, and you like it, and then cool. No, Abby's not been bad, just been pointless. There's a difference. They were actively bad in the Dreaming Deep thing, though. Like, they were fucking atrocious.
More guards and watchful eyes. I must find another way. The more watchful the eyes, the louder their there. My way out.
Oh, must have fell there.
When the melody beckons, their eyes may turn away.
Abby does save Rover many times, though.
Hush, the shadow slips through. Well then,
I'm not getting into it.
Show me how you conduct your symphony.
I'm not getting into it again.
Shall we let the music begin?
Abby saves Rover just as many times that Paimon saves Traveler. I'll put it that way. It was Finding Dreaming Deep. Oh, you were not reading closely enough, were you? Read the play through the Dreaming Deep Changli event again, and take note on like anything that Abby says. You just don't want a character like Abby? I just don't think there's a necessity for them.
For Nova, in a bit of trouble,
Yeah, exactly. There's no motivation. Like, okay, Vama, thank you very much. That's what I've been trying to get towards, and I've been too stupid and too idiotic to actually put it into words. But exactly, that's what it is. There's no real... Like I said, I've been saying there's no point to Abby. Like, Abby has no motivations of their own except just find money, go on adventures, and eat food. They're a little gimmick thing to not even push the story forward, but to drag the story forward, when I think Rover themselves is more than enough to do so. And thus far, why? I just don't understand the point. There's no necessity for Abby.
Show yourself with her face, Grand Architect.
It's interesting that Frolova notices Grand Architect in this form here, but didn't say anything about the possible Grand Architect in the previous one. I'm guessing you're talking about this flower up here in the hair, yeah? Purple flower to no flower to having a black spider lily, yes.
Oh, but you used to like it when I was like this.
I would much prefer internal monologue than having conversations with mascots, just personally. But again, that's my personal preference. Personal preference. If you have a different preference where you prefer them to speak to a mascot, perfectly fine. That's all it is. Just saying,
Why
personally.
Are you here?
And I'm never going to say that you can't like whatever you want to like. It's your choice. That's something that people don't seem to understand.
I promised you, didn't I? To let the elegy from the beyond sing here and see us reborn again.
Again, but I prefer we fight. Alright, come on then.
The frequency in your eye, it hurts.
Could the Black Spider Lily be a reference to the Black Shores?
So many voices,
It could be like an inverted
so
Black
many
Shores.
cries, all echoing in your head.
It's interesting that Grand Architect says that they need Frolova for her power. Maybe the Black Spider Lily is part of that, and then we could see the Black Spider Lily like come up later on in the future quests to do with the Fractalus, you know? Yeah, it hurts, doesn't it? So many voices, so many cries, all echoing in your head.
I know you can bear it, just like you always have. With your half-human, half-tacit Discord body, can anything even hurt you? Or kill you? But your mind, I don't want you to feel all that pain. And now, the game has changed. After what happened in Septimont, Augustus made her move.
Oh, Spider Lilies symbolize death and mourning. I know that just Spider Lilies in general represent like death and blood and kind of like morbid scenery. There's the Japanese name for Spider Lily in Japanese, right? It's called Higambana. There's actually a really good I think it was a manga series as well. Is it Higanjima? Like Spider Lily Island. And it's like all horror. It's like a bunch of like vampires and shit. Really cool. For Love is Hellgirl? I mean, quite literally, yes, actually.
With its power clutched in our grasp before its fall, we shall wield it and call forth every forgotten soul. That was your promise to me. But without Leviathan's power of unity, I can no longer grant them all a rebirth within the beyond.
I mean, who doesn't want to lick Augustus' abs? Feet? I'm not really a feet
But
person.
you still can. You're saving us now. I just want you to finish Cristoforo's plan first. The seabed is in chaos. Now isn't the best time to bring us back.
Oh! Right. Here's something interesting. This line here doesn't really make much sense in English. And maybe this is on purpose or maybe not. But here, seabed is the Japanese name for the Dreaming Deep area. So this Triss, the Grand Architect, is talking about, well, my theory here is that they have something very, very strongly to do with the Dreaming Deep Somnoir thing going on. They've got something going on with that. That's my theory, because they're talking about seabed is in chaos. So, because seabed is the Japanese name for Dreaming Deep.
Merging reverberations with tacit discords. Keeping our consciousness alive while creating new vessels for us. Don't you want more time to make it perfect? A true revival, done the right way.
Is that why they keep pushing Dreaming Deep? Possibly.
Even if I agreed to help you first, he would never allow it. He would fight to the end to stop us.
The Beyond is merging with you. Once you gain the strength to open that gateway, you can keep him there. With us. Forever.
Yeah. This is what happens at the end. The Beyond is merging with you. Once you gain the strength to open the gateway, you can keep him there with us forever. Like keep Rover in the Lost Beyond. There could be a connection. I don't know if they're related, either like by blood or just by connection.
You're hesitating. Is that moment you two shared really more important than us?
And this here is interesting, that Grand Architect knows about that moment in the past. Which insinuates that the Grand Architect is also just as old as Frodover and as old as Rover.
He will fulfill his promise to me there.
Hurry up, Frodover. The Beyond is holding on to you tighter and tighter. I'm scared you won't have much time left.
Now, Than Huang, I don't think. I'm talking about like actually in the stories, right? In the story, not in the cinema area.
The stars never blink. The sun never sets.
When can we leave?
No, I can't do it. I can wait, but when can we?
Silence. I need silence.
It's a good line delivery. I like that.
Frolova, when this piece is truly complete, I'll come back.
Oh, it's not an auto.
Is that a promise?
Yes. No matter where I am, I'll return. Every promise matters. Once I make one, I'll see it through. No matter the cost.
Oh, Frolova!
Creepy children are scary?
We're off to the neighboring city tomorrow.
Those children are scary.
Frolova, could you tell us the story behind that tune you're conducting?
Frolova, we made a promise. Friends forever, through thick and thin. Neither of us will ever leave the other behind.
Frolova, Reverberations from human death are destined to disperse or distort. If they become tacit discords, they're no longer human.
I'm curious, like, what goes on, you know, with the gemstones in the Rochia story? Like how people's
do back then,
reverberations would turn into those gemstones.
make happen now.
Maybe that's also got a connection.
Your bones will no longer be marrowless. Your blood will no longer be cold.
Frelova, keep
Yeah, no
believing.
parents.
We long to be by your side.
Wicked, that is a question we're going to talk about later.
Frelova, I've faith that the melody you weave with your baton will change the world one day.
Yes, it will. The world is but a symphony of
I also like this
resonating
track as well.
frequencies.
I love this track for
Humans may fall to be tacit discords,
background
and
music.
tacit discords may rise again as humans. There is no divide between us.
Again, is that true though?
I have long erased that line. So can everyone else. When did he come? That chaos clouded my mind. Did I just...
Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Engaging
Again, does anyone have this song? Like the track that we just listened to, the creepy one, and this one here. Does anyone have this track on YouTube or on Spotify or for download or anything like that? I really like this track. No, this is my second playthrough, Drura. No, I really like this track a lot. Is it like available anywhere?
Am I orchestrating the right way?
You have a talent for it.
Target location updated. Entering advanced eradication mode.
I like that. Can you fail QT? Some you can, some you can't. In fact, no, most you can't, some you can. Which is kind of sucky, I'll be honest. Moses!
We can't take the elevator.
I mean, that kind of power is like on the level of Fleur-de-Lis, no?
Then let's make the quake spread further, shall we?
Dev's half listened.
Did you touch something? What caused the explosion?
Fenrico tied the music piece to the security system.
He'd blow up all the energy here just to stop us.
Shadow of Desperation.
He's really putting everything into this.
Again, the whole Fenrico part of everything so far is just a bit shoddy. Like I said, how did he know that they would be working together? How did he know that they would be standing on either side of the laser wall thing? Why didn't he just keep the two pieces with himself to keep them locked out entirely? Again, at the end of the day, it's just like story and like just game logic, but you know, trick them as traps. But like, why didn't you just keep them for himself to lock them out entirely?
Can you still orchestrate?
It's like, why would I need to rig up my house with traps to
of course,
keep people away when I could just lock the door and keep the key with me and keep them out entirely? Because the Thenodians said just do it because it'd be funny.
I'll leave the rest
True,
of the
probably,
orchestration
actually.
to you.
Why?
Are the changes here truly coming from the shifts in the melody?
2 different teams. Actually, that might be
Are
true.
there hidden plans woven into these pieces? For all your little doubts,
Dreams of the Deep? Oh, okay.
taking the conductor's
Thank you.
baton yourself is
I'll
the
have to look for
only
that.
way you believe in what's
For
unfolding
shits and
here.
giggles. Fenrico, probably.
And that's
I
how
know,
we move
right?
forward.
Alright, I'll wrap up the orchestration then. I think you're overthinking some things. That's just what I do. I'm sorry. That's just what I do. Deliver. Orchestrate. Let me give it a try this time. Please do. I look forward to your creation. Alright, so where am I going? No, wait. No. There we go. First try. If you have YouTube Music, you can find the album. Yeah. I have music. I have YouTube Music. I paid for it and everything. Yeah, the story is not perfect by a long stretch at all.
Music to my ears.
I bet Fenrico never imagined
Music is good,
these
though.
pipelines would end up making our lives easier.
The music is
Space
definitely good.
depends on them to transport energy across the
Like,
site.
in totality.
Pipelines to transport energy. That means more noticeable frequency fluctuations around them, huh?
Exactly.
If you had them send trucks, there's going to be a chance to kill them. They're too focused on delivering mystery. They need to lean more into it. Yeah, Wicked, I agree. I think that's something I really wanted more of, and that's why I can't really give it any... I give it an 8.5. I think 8 is actually kind of fair.
Correct.
They really should have explored more with Fenrico.
From what the Order's pursuer said,
A lot more.
Fenrico will have his men guarding it.
I realize this is for Lover's story, right? But like...
Story will one day welcome its conclusion.
Come on.
And when that moment comes,
He's literally the leader of the Order of the Deep.
that will also be the time when you can turn your blade
8.5 is generous, to be honest. Yeah, it probably is, to be honest. I think I might knock that 0.5 off and just keep it at 8. Will Phoebe Tubey take over? Probably. Actually, she probably should. Oh, no, I'm kidding. It'd be really cool if she did. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I'm actually not sure if people are being serious when they say 7 out of 10 anymore. Or if they're just like, you know, just jumping in on the whole situation. CL, good evening. How you doing?
This wasn't part of the plan, was it?
No, someone interfered. I've never been here before.
Oh, then we better find a way out quickly.
Dear brothers and sisters, you who stand before us shall be an irreplaceable force in Renacita's salvation.
As a companion quest, 10 out of 10.
Let us join
Actually, deeper.
together to spread light
Yes.
to all.
I think I maybe... 7 might be a little bit too low for me. At the lowest, 7.5. I'm thinking more about 8. But yes, as a companion quest, yes. Yes. As a companion quest, really, really, really well done. But as a main story quest, no, not quite there. It's not expansive enough, you know?
Come,
Why isn't he here?
join us. Offer your prayers to the holiest sacred land.
The story's a 10 out of 10 if you're sure. You're how you're sure if you rate it any lower than that.
Do
True.
not forsake your faith. Never forget. They are always watching.
Again, this is just cult
There's
stuff.
no light in their eyes. Just emptiness. And blind devotion.
I've got a book screen on. Why
These
how are books
fanatics
getting
can
in?
give you no answers.
Why are there so many ensnared acolytes here? Let's check out what's happening.
Brothers and sisters, if your resolve is firm, step forward.
Implant companion quest into the main quest, so it feels like two different teams with two. Yeah, again, I think it's just like teams.
Only the devoted shall receive their blessings.
These acolytes seem more fervent than the last group.
To find the exit, we must play along. How about a simple disguise, dear acolyte?
I still log into ZZZ every day to do dailies. I haven't like played through the story at all because it's still boring as shit. Well, it has been, but I've heard it gets a lot better. I just can't push myself to actually fucking play it. I really should put some time aside to play through it though. I've not played through it like since 1.0. I'm not even kidding.
Oh, forgiving Sentinel, grant us serenity. Oh, Sentinel of ages, make us whole.
Cult Simulator. I've got to do some walking now. A really dull story. The storytelling is pretty good on the whole, but like, I don't know. Honestly, I think what puts me off a lot most is just how Gunnar it is. It is very Gunnar, you've got to admit. Not as bad as like say Brown Dust 2 or anything like that, but it is pretty... Damn it, I pressed it by accident. Didn't mean to do that. But it can get pretty, you know?
Oh, forgiving Sentinel,
E.
grant us serenity.
I just skipped through to 2.5. Oh, you mean Uma Musume CL? To be fair, Nikki has Super Gunnar and has the best story in Gacha. A lot of people say that, but it's pretty good. But honestly, I think the Gunnar takes away from it for me. Unfortunately, I can't help how I feel. It's like they didn't need to, whatever, you know. Raging Fox, Fenrico is the best thing in this patch. I think Fenrico's amazing. I wanted more of Fenrico, like straight up. Why is Rover walking faster than everyone else?
Oh, Sentinel of ages, make us whole.
Yeah, Rover walks a lot faster than NPCs. That really annoys me in every game. Like when you're walking, when you're following someone and they're walking at walking pace.
How do we lead people to worship
your walking pace should be the same. Like constantly having to dash and stop, or whatever. It's just so annoying.
How do we lead people to believe in you? We let them touch your very soul. Come closer.
You'll donate enough money that I'll have to play Limbus Company? Are you sure about that?
Out your hand. Until you walk with them.
So how's it so far? Again,
inscription on the altar.
Not perfect. There's a few things that
no
stand out.
Them. I will lead the people forward. Imperator's statue is gone. Is this Fenrico's ambition?
Not perfect. Good, definitely good,
The
but
next
not
line
perfect.
reads,
It reminds us that the Sentinel walks with us, illuminating our path with wisdom. The Sentinel. Could this lantern be the very one Napoli II used? The one imbued with the Sentinel's power that allowed him to repel the dark tide?
Dreep, as a companion story quest, almost perfect. Like, maybe like 9 or 9.5. But as a main story quest, take a 1.5 away from that.
That lantern wasn't real. Where am I? Where's Frolova?
He wants to trap us here forever.
Frolova?
I'm here. Do what I said. Take the red gate.
Okay, I really like these areas too, you know. Like, really cool. Really, really cool. Hang on a second, let me just get through this area. With my second playthrough to confirm what it's good people say. What happened to with my first play? I've already played through the first playthrough. It's already on YouTube, like the full as it is. Like I think it's the stream before the one before this one. Like 2 streams ago, I think. August, and you know, is your easiest skip. Really? Wow. Okay, fair enough. I think maybe the original Chinese language is too complex. Do you think English translation downplayed it? Downplayed what specifically? Where are we though? I don't know, but it's really cool.
This is a test.
30 degrees? Yeah, it's actually... I'm melting. Can you see the sweat off my head right now?
Was that reality or an illusion?
Yeah, where was that?
Does it matter? Let's move forward.
Like, what was the point in going through the area just out of curiosity? I don't think I got that. Shiny Echo? Yes, I am the next Shiny Echo.
Music to my ears.
Flexing visuals? Fair. Worth it. What you say they can improve on in the story? Make more use of more characters instead of just focusing on 2 or 3
the principle
ever
should be the same.
per quest. They need to bring in
I'll check
a wider cast
for clues while you handle the orchestration.
That's what helps make these
faster that way.
Sure.
Worlds, not even games, these worlds feel more lived in. That's the problem. I mean, there were some like plot hole things here and there, but I'm not really going to get onto them for that. Yeah, just stuff like that, really. The divinity must be whole. No matter where the divine power scatters, I shall lead it back. I will pursue their enemies until every last fragment of the divine power is reclaimed to the paradise, where the consciousnesses of people shall dwell securely. When the divinity returns, it shall be the day we walk toward unity and light once more. But how will I date my waifu then if we hang out with multiple characters? I don't know. Gangbang?
Perfect
you know?
Timing.
I don't know.
Wait. We just unlocked something. I'd really like to see what secret is kept in such a place.
Why do I forget? Is it the erosion of time or some deeper failing? I must inscribe these secrets. I must remember. The dark tide descending from the sky is the divine ordeal. It is born from the shadows of our hearts, twisting faith to fuel its unjust force of destruction. This unfathomable darkness has long shackled the Rigonese's subconscious mind, blinding them to the true righteous path. On this journey of survival, the weight of the martyrs' sacrifices have become unbearable. People cannot perceive what lies beyond their own consciousness. Yet I, who have glimpsed the truth, must use external force to restore the Rigonese to their true and complete selves. From among the faithful, a powerful harbinger shall arise, bringing both life and annihilation from the dark tide into this world. Only by striking down this harbinger, by descending into the depths of the darkness and using their power to merge all the trapped souls into my own body, can I lead them all away from the dark tide. The safe undisturbed lost beyond shall be our new sanctuary. There these souls shall find rest. When tens of thousands of restored spirits unite as one to form a fortress of unshaken faith, believing together that it shall not come, then it will cease to exist. Unity is our sole deliverance from this divine ordeal. Should the path falter, remember, the lantern endures. It will guide you to the true light. Zanny did have a caveat roll at the end. Yeah, kind of. More character interaction with Rover is nice. I want more characters to interact with Rover and more characters to interact with each other. More so the latter than the former, to be honest.
Unity is the sole deliverance from the divine ordeal. That's why Fenrico fought to keep Raguna from falling into discord. But the record says, darkness has long shackled Ragunese's subconscious. Only by defeating this harbinger, descending into the depths of darkness, and bringing back all trapped souls can the dark tide be resisted. So that's why he's after the gem and the beyond. He intends to use them to house the Ragunese subconscious and fend off the dark tide. The acolytes we encountered, they were probably the martyrs who tried and failed. Could he really have come up with the solution entirely on his own? Gathering everyone's consciousness and keeping them in some sanctuary?
Yeah, the Harbinger thing was kind of late.
This to the information I found before, the handwriting is the same, but the viewpoints contradict each other. That recording I found earlier also mentioned Fenrico giving conflicting orders to the acolytes at times. He doesn't strike me as indecisive. He must have noticed these inconsistencies himself. That's why he left these notes in the lantern, as reminders to himself. What other force is at play here? The path of salvation he's chosen might not be as perfect as he thinks. From among the faithful, a powerful harbinger shall arise, bringing both life and annihilation from the dark tide into this world. This harbinger, who does that refer to?
Hang on. Raijin, you said it's decent for a gacha story. I'll be quite honest, I'm kind of annoyed. I'm not gonna get on you. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know why we need to add the conditional of for a gacha story. You know? I said this before as well, like many of these gacha games, not even just Wuthering, I mean like many of like previous ones were like even back to Fate Grand or even before then. I just made a video about the history of story writing in Japan for these game stories, right? And Zodrak, you know, because you was in the conversation earlier. Like, I don't know why we need to add the clarifier of like, oh, for a gacha game. And I said this analogy before as well. It's like, if McDonald's brings out a new menu burger, like a new like limited edition burger or something like that, right? Where they've got like a new sauce, that sort of thing. You go and buy it. Pretty cheap. You buy it, you taste it. Absolutely delicious, right? Absolutely delicious. Nice, fulfilling, like you feel full, it's satisfying, all sort of thing. Would you say, yeah, that was pretty good for fast food? No, I don't really think it matters at that point, does it? Like, it's just good in general. Like, if you enjoyed it, it filled you up, it did its job, regardless of whether it's fast food or not. Same thing here for not just Wuthering Waves, but like I said, just gacha game stories. Like, some gacha game stories suck. Obviously, they do. Like, yeah, clearly. But like, when a story is good, I don't think people need to add the clarify, oh, for a gacha game. Like, no, I think it's just good generally, you know? And people always say like, well, if you compare any gacha story to any anime story or any AAA story, I'm like, doesn't it depend on what AAA game you're comparing it to? And doesn't it depend on what anime you're comparing it to? Like, if you compare it to, say, Violet Evergarden, then no, of course not. Violet Evergarden is so much better storytelling, just better everything. It's just an absolute masterpiece. But like, if you're comparing this to, say, something like Why You Here Teacher, if you know, you know, then this story is much better. Let's just put it that way. You know? It really, yeah, it depends on the context. It really does depend on the context. Like, what is the context of what you're playing, and what is the context of what you're comparing it to?
I don't know, nor do I care.
All right, let's move on. There's an opening below.
Isaac. It's harmed you. Who does that refer to? Don't know. Don't care. I think people just say that to stay fair to a gacha game, because most gacha games have lower quality stories than peak AAA stories. Again, it depends. Like, I'd even say that Genshin's story is better than a lot of anime. Not better than some of the best anime. Not saying that. I'm just saying of your average anime that come out, or even like maybe say above average anime, I'd probably say like the Genshin story is better on the whole. You know? Like, I'm definitely not a Genshin fanatic, let's put it that way, but quality YouTube Genshin and Wuthering Waves story is better than the Persona 5 story. I'm not saying anything. That's your opinion. I know some people really love Persona 5, so I ain't saying shit. I reincarnated as a vending machine. Yeah, good anime. But I think I would prefer this story to that. You know? Most AAA games are ass these days, even story-driven ones. True. Again, I think we really need to stop adding the for a gacha game to when we talk about the story, you know? If you think a story is good.
Approaching sounds be beautiful enough?
What's my thoughts on the Grand Architect? We don't know nearly enough about them. We're probably going to learn more about them in the future. They're setting up for probably something to do with the Dreaming Deep, or the Somme Noir, should I say. I like the sound design on that. That was cool. That was good. I could not do that sound effect for my life, but so don't. Just shut up.
Life or death, no alternative. Symphony of the soul, never enduring.
You're pretty good at making videos for a gacha channel. Yeah, I know. Like, how insulting is that? Vama, yes, they do. They get so much money, they need to put that back into the game. They should be held at a higher degree. Again, the visuals here are fantastic.
Oh, sinful dream. Why do you disturb this tranquil
I like this silhouette. That visual there was really cool. Like the silhouette there, like her all in black, her eyes are still visible, the red outline, really good.
The weeping child lingers no more. Instead, she raises her hand and claims that vaporous drop.
Lova's gone.
Do I like it in English or Japanese more? I can appreciate both.
Did she use the teleport to cut and run? Or, no point in dwelling on that. It won't change anything. I need to keep moving. Are they the Order's echoes? What are they searching for? Could this be the Lost Beyond Lova mentioned? Did she open the gateway here because she sensed the Order's intrusion? It seems they haven't found the gem yet. I'll take them down first.
I was going to say something really
leave it to me.
Facetious about Abby, but I thought best not. Because it just pissed people off.
Hopefully this helps.
Oh, dead. Okay. That's like insta-kill.
Where am I? It doesn't look like anywhere in Renacita. It's inhabited.
Is it quite far from here? How long will the journey take?
Well, now, I can't say for sure.
Was it ever explained why she covers her eye? And because in her eye, she has all the reverberations of these people here. She keeps them all in there, and it's like overloading, and it like periodically like seeps out. You know,
Did you forget something,
bleeding.
dear?
That's why she has to have it covered up. That's my interpretation. I might be wrong.
We gifted you. Play it with all your heart, won't you? You bet we'll be cheering.
Take our music to the grandest of stages. I can't wait to see how the crowd takes to it.
Let's have one last rehearsal when I return.
She sounds a lot more like happier here. By the way, Silent, you said, I wish they could have just split the story into 2 parts and expanded more on Fenrico. Yeah. I mean, sometimes it's not the first time either where they've put into 1 patch what they really should have put into 2, and just like they expand more on what they don't need to. Not very often at all. So this is very rare. But then on things when they really should expand more, they don't. The first time I picked up this was back with Shorekeeper. Shorekeeper's story, like, it was fine, good, decent, should I say, but that was way too rushed. Way too rushed. That should have been at least 2 patches. I'm just this is how they should have done this Shorekeeper thing. I'm sorry, this is just in the middle of this. What should have happened is that we should have gone through the story as per normal. Shorekeeper sacrifices herself and she goes into the Tethys system. Okay, then we come out. Then we have another patch. This is where we meet Camellia, and we have our thing with Camellia, but then also Camellia helps us, and we find out and figure out a plan to save Shorekeeper. And then in the next patch after that, then we go and save Shorekeeper, because like she sacrifices herself and then gets instantly saved like 2 minutes later or something like that. That was way too quick. It's like, commit to the bit, bro, you know? Like, just do it properly. So there's just stuff like that. And then this here, they could have easily made it a part 1, part 2 type thing where they expanded more on the Order of the Deep, because the Order of the Deep is a massive institution, and Fenrico is literally the leader of the Order of the Deep, and he gets like most of his lines in this quest here are off screen that we're reading. We really should have like explored more with him, you know? Like, maybe we should have done something where we think, oh, maybe he's good, maybe he's bad, we're not sure, but maybe like he gives us some things to do, some missions to do that lead us to think that no, he's actually good. But then later on we realize, oh, those things that we thought were good, we were actually helping the Threnodian, because we know at this point he's being controlled by the Threnodian every now and then. That's where he loses memories. And then that could have been a really good, cool twist part for the story. We could have easily done that, but no, we didn't. It's like we needed to build more on that. I could delve more on that idea there, but I think you get what I'm talking about, no? Didn't appear in the store for so long I forgot it existed. I didn't forget. Fenric was amazing. Alright, anyway.
Vernova, I brought you some pastries.
You should make a video about rushing these things, explain things. Probably, but
crumbs on your dress.
The problem is, like,
you've got to look just as stunning as the others.
My opinion of what feels rushed and what feels dragged out is very, very subjective. So I'm just,
I hear you.
I know I'm just going to open myself up to people saying, "Well, that's just your opinion, bro." I'm like, yeah,
I wish I could capture
it literally is.
for you.
Do you have a problem with that?
Thank you, Melissa, for dressing me up.
Actually, your mother prepared it.
Hmm.
She never really minded your performance. Not deep down. She's just upset because you've never been so far from her before. And promise us now, don't be causing us worry. Let us know you
I actually don't have a problem with it.
Safely, okay?
It seems everyone has a problem with people's opinions nowadays, you know?
And I'll bring back the applause when I return. On that day, I'll stand by her side, apologize, and tell her everything.
Doesn't mean your opinion is any less valid than others. Yeah, I know. But
Mrs. Leia, it's time to set out.
it'll just open me up to
Excuse me. Is Frolova going to a concert?
needless
Sorry.
hate. I'm
Who
like,
are you?
can't be bothered.
Oh, I've come looking for a gem.
A gem? What are you talking
Yeah, we
about?
do need this outfit here. We need this outfit and also the black version.
Me? I've never heard of it.
Again,
Sorry, but you must have the wrong person.
the way she's speaking here is
Haven't
so
met
different.
before, have we?
Listen to that again. Listen to that again. Listen to that again. Listen to that.
Me? I've never heard of it. Sorry, but you must have the wrong person. We haven't met before, have we?
She's got an energy in her voice here which she doesn't usually have. Like not in like the more modern Frolova. I know, yeah, because she's different here. That's what I'm saying. Like you can tell the difference of like the mindset of Frolova depending on like how the line is being delivered, like how much energy she puts in. Like me, I've never heard of it, like that kind of thing. Whereas the more modern, like the Frolova of the present would be like just deadpan. Like she's just so tired of everything. Yeah, Wicked, you said it exactly as I said it. She's just more tired of everything nowadays.
But for now,
Mrs. Leia, it's time to set out.
It's time to set out.
All right. No time to dawdle. We should head off now.
No one here knows about the gem. I should look elsewhere.
She just gave up on life? I mean... was she ever alive? That's the question. Real Life is a fantastic series. I love Real Life. I'm gonna read it I'm gonna sit on the table and read that. This tour led me to our friend. He understood the true emotions woven into my music, and before I knew it, I was sharing stories of my homeland. I told the stranger everything without restraint, and somehow I felt lighter. He listened as though he truly understood. What experiences allowed him to understand such despair? I hope to see him again in the next concert. I want to know more about his story and what he meant by starting over. Tricktown, he didn't come. Piero, he didn't come. Mendon, he didn't come. Scob, he didn't come. Dolores, he didn't come. Kentot, he didn't come. Core, he didn't come. He's got erectile dysfunction. He will never come. I'm sorry, that was me being this because it's the second time I played it. That's why I said that there, but we get it. Like she's waiting. This is just her saying that, like, showing that she's going from place to place to place to place. And sorry for making a joke. Relatable. Okay. My condolences. One. Pray to the divinities that they would come and restore everything. Failed. Sought experiments on rebirth and immortality. Failed. Search for life in the wave 1 phenomenon. Failed. 47. Failed. 84. Failed. 126. Failed. 132. Failed. 189. Failed. Failed. Why? Why did I fail again? I saw Triss again. I now have a direction. A new anchor. Again, anchor gets brought up a lot recently. Maintaining this balance of using each other is the best outcome.
The attempts recorded here line up with the research notes Frolova left behind. Could this be her home?
That was a bit out of pocket. It was, I'm sorry.
The friend she mentioned meeting at the concert. That person.
And just so we're all clear, this is my second playthrough, so I'm not paying attention, if that makes sense.
New anchor mean? Who is she using? And who is using her?
Sonorospheres need real anchors, right?
Stop. The final cadenza.
I think it depends on the sonorosphere.
Frolova?
If I remember correctly, like Encore can make sonorospheres just out of nothing. She doesn't need anchors, right?
But why can't I reach her?
Will I interview Jan's VA? I would love to interview Jan's VA.
More answers here. I should check somewhere else.
I'll try and reach out again. Oh, battles? Oh, not battles.
Why are there so many tacit discords now? Where is everyone? Are they hiding in their homes?
Did you forget something?
Run! Run! This place will soon be devoured!
Jian is such a forgotten character. I love Jian. I still say to this day, like, Jian's character story quest was one of the best I've played in Wuthering Waves so far. I don't care what anyone says. The beginning was slow, yes, absolutely was, but like, as soon as you get actually into the Sonoro, fucking peak.
We can't escape.
What are you talking about?
Let's practice the performance. Yumi!
Why do these tacit discords sound like the people from earlier? Could they be one and the same? It can't be possible. They looked indistinguishable from real people. I didn't notice anything off at all.
See more unhinged phases?
Wait.
We needed more of that from
Philova
Camellia's
said
story
there's
quest.
No divide between humans and tacit discords.
I have problems with every quest, to be honest. But again, this might be just me nitpicking.
I see now. She wants to use the gem to fuse the bodies of tacit discords with human consciousness, bringing them back to life. She's trying to fulfill the desire that's always haunted her. That's insane. Given their unstable nature, these reverberations have never truly become human again.
We can talk about that in a moment at the end, because that's an interesting philosophical debate. Like I touched on it last time, but I was very, very tired. It was like literally 2 a.m. in the morning last time I played it. So I've got a few more insights you guys might be interested to hear.
Why do you keep alone?
Philova?
Of what sorriest thoughts do your companions make, clinging to what should have died with them? All life in this world has already died. No, this isn't irreversible. I won't simply succumb to it. I searched everywhere, but why can't I find it? Tell me, have you found it?
Found what?
My violin, my ambition, my companion, the most precious gem among all that I have. I can't lose it. Where could it be? It must be waiting for me. I won't leave without it.
Again, I think in this world, the gem that she took from Mia, got morphed into the shape of the violin, but then it got morphed. Well, it's in this area, should I say? Could it validly be a sign she left behind? I've heard other theories about the violin too. I think you're talking about the one from CN, right? It was shared on Steam.
Philova, this is your debut in this city. Are you sure about this? That taking the stage in a dress of mourning and playing an elegy?
I am certain. I want my melody to sink into the very bones of this earth, so that they hear my return loud and clear.
All right. I respect your decision. Time's almost up. I'll inform the orchestra.
I don't really understand how Philova here is different. Is this her past self from her thoughts? But how does that even work? Is this like a shot of her frequency souls? Yeah, it does get a little bit confusing. I'll be quite honest, we've met like several different versions of Frolova. Like we've got the Frolova that we know from the present, and then we've got the white dress Frolova, which is like further back in the past, like before what we find out to be before her death, before the meteor. And then we speak to another Frolova, which is in a red dress, that one we just spoke to, where she's looking for the violin, which doesn't sound like the present day Frolova. And then later on in here, there's also another Frolova in a black dress as well. So there's like several different Frolovas. It's really hard to figure out like which one is which and which one knows what.
The Blessed Maiden, unable to
These are
fully govern
flashbacks.
herself, still becomes a thread in your grand tapestry, manipulating reality behind her back, reviving the Threnodian's lingering power within her through the progression of a tale. That's now nearly impossible.
Ah, but at the very least, we have affirmed her resilience and stability after the merging. That alone offers invaluable insight into our research sample. If we allow the story to unfold, we may have the chance to further destabilize Cartathea and mold her into the Threnodian.
And so they're like literally trying
Do
to
you not
turn
hear Rovo on our heels?
Cartathea
And you're
into
willing
the
to
new
give up
Threnodian.
everything on a
It's kind
mere
of crazy.
chance to deliver what the Grand Architect desires?
So eager to witness the Beyond's completion at the seabed.
Why not nudge Septimon's plot just a little? Use your original plan to mask our true purpose. The Resonator's second awakening, the attempts to merge with the divinities, these are but advancements for individuals. Why not place our wager on ordinary souls instead? The moment is ripe.
Worry not. Whatever the Grand Architect promised for your plan, I have already accepted. Your actions aren't at odds with our ultimate goal.
Vama, possible.
We need only ensure that the Threnodian's lingering power remains firmly within our grasp.
He holds to you. Okay. Again, we needed more of him.
The two divinities have been entwined for centuries. To sever them is no simple task.
Again, he's talking like Threnodian and Sentinel
Without
being
them,
merged together right now.
the lost beyond will fail to take its destined form.
Their power is bound to faith. Only by deepening the people's beliefs can we ensure a successful separation of the divinities. Yet, I have devoted much time assisting with your endeavor. Tell me, what will you offer in return?
Primus Fenrico, there's no need for pretense before me. You have already gained much from this grand design, have you not? Speak freely. What is it that you desire?
I want to just point out something. Maybe you guys realize this. The two divinities have... Oh, let's read.
The two divinities have been entwined for centuries. To sever them is no simple task.
So, again, we're like jumping in this conversation like in the middle of the conversation. So it sounds like from here, and maybe I'm misunderstanding, you can tell me if I am, that it seems like Forlova's plan, like she proposed to Fenrico, is that Forlova wants to separate the divinities, the Thenodian and the Sentinel. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, so us separating them at the end of 2.2, was actually playing into and doing what Forlova wanted us to do. Am I misunderstanding that? Or what? I might be. I may be. Possibly. I don't think I am, but I may be. So, like, us doing
Travelers
that.
from far and wide, a grand celebration upon us. Such a convergence invites chaos, and I fear for Raguna's stability.
I see your concern. Very well. Allow me to lend a hand.
Oh. Are these outsiders also intolerable to you?
I really want to cosplay as Fenrico so bad, I'm not even kidding.
I simply noticed
His outfit's
a new
fucking sweet.
variable on the list. Perhaps this is no misfortune at all. If my understanding is correct, no one would be more determined to sever those two divinities than him. He may be the final cadenza heralding a new chapter for this world.
See, like she's talking about like Rover separating them, and like she's wanting that. I think Rexon's going to cosplay him here at Kurofest. I fucking hope not. Ah, this is back in like 1.0.
The Thenodian's awakening has slowed. Could the Midnight Rangers have caused this?
Soft cries will never command its attention. The ceaseless tolling of funeral bells, the restless wails of lost souls. How could it continue its slumber?
It'd be better if Rexon cosplayed as Yo, that's true.
Its eyes open.
Oh. So, he's made his move.
No wonder.
He's in the Gorges of Spirits. Care to witness it firsthand?
No need.
Where's Onigiri?
No, he has nothing to offer me. I will remain here and listen to what the people
Oh, yeah,
have
guys,
to say.
just notice that he does have a gourd on his back there as well. Someone asked about that. Like, does Scar even have a gourd? Like, yes, he does.
Staying behind to merge reverberations with the Tacit Discord's bodies. Don't you need Leviathan's power for that?
Just a few simple orchestrations. I alone will suffice. What Leviathan shall carry is all that stands behind me.
Huh. Well then, I'll go see what this big shot is really made of.
Don't underestimate him. Excessive improvisation will disrupt the original composition. You do remember your task, don't you? What we see.
Oh, he's a resonator for sure.
lies in
He's got the
depths of
tacit mark on his
danger.
neck. I'm just saying, whether it'll be playable or not is a different conversation. Like, whether, when, if, you know? See, here's a black dress for Lover. This should be a skin. Not an expensive skin, but like, just it should be a skin. I'm really curious, like how they're gonna do the goat form. Maybe be similar as for Lover as well, where use a skill, transforms into goat forms very, very temporarily. There's like a slam or something, then back into human form. Theswolf. Yes, yes.
How were your performances? All smooth, I hope?
What? Look over there! What's that?
I like that. That animation is really, really good. Grand Architect is? I don't know. I was just thinking, like, what exactly was that meteor? I don't think it was just like a meteor just bites. Something's going on with that. Grenadians? Possibly. Waveform phenomena of comets? Asteroids? He's classed as a mutant resonator, which mutant resonators get their power from extreme distress or just regular stress, like Baija, for example, or Chishia. So no, it's not from an external source. It's just from the extreme distress of dying.
Miss Frolova, mind sharing the story behind that piece you conducted? I hear there's been some talk about some ancient forbidden compositions discovered recently, supposedly written by a musician who shared your name. Wouldn't you know? There are all sorts of strange rumors about those pieces. Word is, they were so depressing they'd drag anyone already on the edge right down to despair. They were condemned as luring people to their ruin. That's why they disappeared from history, they say.
This guy's a true journalist?
Any chance this composer might be related to you?
Shut up!
An interesting story, sir. Unfortunately, interesting stories aren't of concern to someone like me.
What am I doing? Nothing. Oh. Plap, 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 plap. Plap, 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 plap.
The music you conducted was sensational. Oh, it was so graceful and ethereal. Oh, every note was pure magic, striking deep into the soul. I was so lucky to attend this concert, Miss Frolova. I'm already one of your biggest admirers.
Thank you.
That's it. This is a scene
You
I
didn't clap.
still don't fully understand. But I do, but I don't.
Perhaps a silent mourning is more suitable for such a depressing piece.
You're the first to say you found sorrow in it.
So, what were you mourning for?
For the fragility of life, the tribulation of survival.
That's too general. The sorrow it conveyed is more than that.
What makes you think that?
It felt uniquely authentic, like it came from something real.
Do you know how this concert hall came to be? It was built upon the remains of an ancient town.
An ancient town?
Her town.
Yes, an insignificant one. A tiny grain of sand in the long course of history. No divine blessings, no kindly fate. Only desperate hands clinging to life. Despite their struggle, this town was swallowed by a disaster, erased along with the entire civilization in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, I think it's been
Those good people's lives
decades, if not
expired
centuries
before
already,
the flowers in their caps,
from the meteor
dying
to this
before they
point.
sickened. And the land beneath our feet turned to ashes, bereft of its former laughter and joy. Sighs, groans, shrieks that rend the air. And no, nothing. That was the way the world ended. Not with a bang, but a whisper.
Good line. I said it was from Star Wars. It wasn't. Star Wars is like paying homage to the original line, which is from a different
However,
author.
for some reason, one person survived. She drifted through the ruins, searching for signs of life, only to find none. On and on she walked. Yet no matter how far she strayed, she could never escape that pit of death. Tell me, do you think this lone survivor suffered more than the dead?
Maybe.
Yeah, time frames are going all over the place with this.
Beneath this
And that's why I
concert
don't really
hall
like
lies
the
story that gave birth to this melody.
amnesiac protagonist thing. It's just too convenient.
I still remember the words she could never let go of.
The Hollow
Why
Men,
is
yes,
our
that's the
world
line.
like this?
It is.
What do you mean?
If this world can't be changed, then maybe it's time to take a different path. Even if it's nothing like before. Just like how I chose to change myself.
You changed yourself? What kind of change was that? That sounds intriguing.
We probably should have had
I wonder
a longer section of
each of us can change in that way.
us playing as Rover in
I've gained more than I imagined from this performance.
in this past time, you know? I'll explain why in a
But it's
moment.
still not good enough. I want to include the voices of the past, making that history a true part of it.
When this piece is truly complete, I'll come back.
Is that a promise?
Yes, no matter where I am, I'll return. Every promise matters. Once I make one, I'll see it through, no matter the cost.
Alright. I'll be waiting for you then. I'll save you a VIP seat next time. Besides, I also want to hear more stories about how you started.
She's showing Rover the event of the past. You know anything about the diva who drops Rover on Solaris at the start? There was some information in 1.0 in Act
This tour
4 or 5.
He understood the true
if I remember
emotions
correctly.
woven into my music.
There's not much information about her.
So, the friend she mentioned.
The realization.
Was it me? And the one she's been waiting for is also me. No, that doesn't seem right. Did we really meet at this concert? It could have been an illusion she created on purpose, not something that really happened. With a gem at stake, this could be her attempt to throw me off.
I hope this special day brought you happiness.
This is a Grand Architect, the devoted watcher. Also, I noticed this weird. I don't know why this like. We notice like these. Like, this lantern here, like octopus tentacles. That's pretty crazy. I don't know why I noticed that, but I did. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Thank you. I'm happy. This reunion is an unexpected surprise.
Today was just grand. We sailed together, watched a play, and even had our own little concert by the road.
Yes, it was just like the old days.
Verlova, did you notice? How many people were cheering for us?
No purple flower. Fake. Well, got the Triss in quotation marks there, so.
I'm sorry, but I cannot let her remain for too long.
I once bowed before the divine, a servant in its name, offering my faith in return for those I loved. Yet the divine remained silent, watching as fools took my abilities as a free elixir.
From there, it sounds like the Grand Architect is the one that controls the
once sought
reverberations
science,
and allows
surrendering my own
her
flesh
to
and blood to prove
see them
resurrection was more
again,
than
you know?
a dream. But I was deceived, used as a mere material in their pursuit of immortality. I once turned to the people, asking if the wave-worn phenomenon had ever created.
The initial rating was 8.5.
But I was cursed, branded a harbinger of doom by the terrified.
Line
So
delivery is
I
very
begged no
different.
more. I sought in silence. Again and again, failure upon failure, loss upon loss. Until today. Until you let me see Triss.
A fleeting moment, yes. But this is only the beginning. You seek to start over, don't you? Then make full use of your power. Survive. Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn the power of humans. Make her last longer than she did yesterday. Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Time will creep forward to the last syllable of recorded time until the day she's more real, more joyful than ever before.
I think this is just
until the day Leia
yeah,
drives
he's just using
until
NPC
the day old Aeschylus rehearses
visuals
by
as
your
a skin.
side
That's not the
once
actual
more.
Grand Architect's actual
Until the day
design.
you voice the apology you denied your mother all these years. Even a fragile civilization deserves the right to grow. And you, Frolova, will be the beacon of that hope. The road ahead will be long, grueling. Such is the nature of any righteous cause. Fear not. We will walk it with you. The resources, the knowledge, technology, all will be yours. You have met the others. Though our pasts differ, our goal remains one and the same.
I'm wondering if the Grand Architect might be another entity like a Threnodian. You know?
Then, from this moment on, I walk with you. I will spend endless years. I will pay the heaviest price. I will silence all distractions. I will wield everything at my disposal to bring back the light.
Welcome to the Fraxiters.
You're too sharp.
A shift in melody means a change. That's what you taught me.
You're truly one to leave mixed emotions.
You're fully recovered, aren't you?
From operating the orchestration mechanism, to wielding tacit discords at will, to opening the gateway to the beyond by yourself. It seems that your recovery is in sync with the merging between you and the beyond.
That I?
And yet, there's no reason for you to raise your blade against me. Not now. The gem is no longer in the beyond. If we are to retrieve it from Fenrico, we must work together.
After you just tried to trap me?
The modulated melody failed to play its part. And so once again, the choice is yours.
That piece. Did I really hear it before?
Whether it's real.
How does he know so much about her history and desires? It's about Rover or Grand Architect? Okay.
Hurry.
I am the first, yet shall be the servant of all.
Is that the Dark Tide?
I remain here to guide the lost and bring true peace to Raguna.
That's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot.
Finrico can summon the Dark Tide creations?
From among the faithful, a powerful harbinger shall arise, bringing both life and annihilation of the Dark Tide into this world.
He's the harbinger.
I'm waiting to save this one.
Ready. We wither together.
Oh, close. I got the fucking goddamn this fucking thing. Why are you not registering it? Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck? I'm like right there. Register. Hello? Bugged? Can I fly? No. It's bugged. It's fucking bugged. Switch to flower? You gotta go into the flower first? Why did I do that? Why didn't it work last time? I was in the flower mode and it just didn't work. I was in the flower mode last time. I was like, wait, do you use the flower then or not then? It's weird.
Power grows.
Salvation, ascension, and unity. This will be the one true path.
One more time.
Annihilation!
Hopefully this helps.
Alright.
Symphony of life.
Heed my
Ictus, ready. Chant.
Oh.
Songs of
Oh, set for Lova.
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face
Yeah, this boss is kind of simple.
The faithful shall not falter. By faith shall their souls be preserved.
Enrico and Leviathan.
Thou shalt walk in my statutes and keep my ordinances.
Cadence, court. Heed the echoes.
Hark, O breath of the winds. Bow thee down and yield, ye lost souls.
A hollow version? I would love to have a hollow version.
Chant. Songs of birds.
Wind calls, waves follow. The wicked will face judgment.
With the August and Yuno? Well, we've already seen a lot of their attack animations.
Finrico, stop! The Thenodian is using you! You are the harbinger
Oh, story-wise.
of the Dark Tide!
True.
Absurd! I stand against it! How could I ever be his puppet?
I really like that as well, like...
Oh, Sentinel.
He genuinely thinks he's
Return
doing
the souls in darkness to this world.
good stuff, doing the right thing, you know?
Be made one.
The gem is fleeing into the dark tide.
Kind of a Deus Ex Machina, I'll be honest.
My predecessors. What you taught. The path born of injustice must be fortified with
What do I mean by that?
transgressions.
We didn't do anything with the lantern, like, ever. Like, in the entire quest. And the lantern's power, just at the very end there, sent this big thing to save us.
No.
It's kind of a Deus Ex Machina.
Even with the body perished, hope and salvation shall endure. Righteous one.
Yeah, at the very end, that's the point. That's what I'm talking about.
Save Renacita's souls from the paradise.
It's like building up a really undefeatable...
Your plan won't work.
Says the one who hasn't witnessed the years, the failures, the countless attempts I've made. What gives you the audacity to pass such judgment?
It's like building up a really undefeatable enemy, like a force that you just can't, whatever you just can't fight against them. You can't do anything that will deal damage against them for like the entire movie. And then at the very end of the movie, you find this one little trick, just one thing at the very end that just instantly like solves the entire thing in just a few minutes. Like if you like set it up in the very beginning and led towards that, then sure, as in like Chekhov's gun. But then when you introduce something at the very end, which saves you at the very end, that ends up being a kind of like a Deus Ex Machina. Not exactly, but it's kind of like a Deus Ex Machina type thing. It's just like, alright, probably should have set that up a little bit earlier.
You've already tried everything. Can't you see? The path you're on only leads here, nowhere beyond.
Among thousands of paths, surely one will lead me back to them. And even if I'm wrong, I fear not starting over. I've done it time and time again.
I was talking about the lantern just
Is
suddenly
there in
saving
chasing
us.
something that's neither realistic nor attainable.
I know they're there.
Those fading reverberations did not and cannot return to life. No matter how long you hold onto their frequencies, the result will be the same. The villagers are dead. What you've created are tacit discords. If you continue turning the entire town into that, you're not creating a paradise. You're creating a hell.
The villagers are dead.
Yeah, it was on the pedestal,
So, you saw them in their human form.
but there was no hint to it could do that.
Then how can you claim my goal is unattainable?
Your goal is the one the Fractus gave you.
It's what they forced on you. And the Triss you saw? Fleeting, unstable, an illusion. And yet, you still believe everything they say can become real.
The Fraxidus showed me a way forward.
No, what I'm saying is that we should have seen a little bit of that power before.
Even if they have their own motives.
Then.
Even if we're only using each other. I care not. If they can help me take this step, then another step may follow. And another. No matter how steep the price, I'll pay it, step by step, until I reach the end I seek.
Execution was quite false. Yeah, fair, okay.
Love, sincerity, compassion, trust. What you and your cronies hold dear is but a jest to the Fraxidus. No bond lasts forever. Without true loyalties, there can be no betrayal, no deceit. I no longer buy into such illusions. After all,
back in 2.0?
Even if you believe
okay.
with all your heart, even if you wait patiently,
literally
at a crossroad,
months ago.
The one you're waiting for may have long since forgotten you. Forgotten the promise they swore to keep. I waited for a long time. I won't wait anymore. What was once an unforgettable encounter between us can now be the thread that weaves a paradise for them.
You've gone too far.
So let's just be clear that Forlova was the first one to attack in this encounter here, right?
You're one to talk. How amusing. You, with your long life and its endless possibilities, still choosing to start over, even at the cost of all your memories. The irreplaceable bonds, the emotions.
Well,
that
they were
make us
working
human,
together before
are
now,
the
but now that we're not
brightest
working
lights
together,
and most
she
precious
did
treasures
throw
of
a
our
shot.
fragile existence.
Actual shot.
What madness, what cruelty, what impossible goal would drive you to cast them all aside?
As a general
You've gone
rule, a
further
victory
than
should be
I
a
ever
result of the
could.
character's actions, or it feels unearned.
Perhaps
Yeah.
you believe more than I do, that only in endless time can true eternal perfection arise. That only then will a brave new world arrive. We walk different paths, yet in the end, we are both driven by the same madness. Why argue who's fallen further? The only difference is that you've forgotten it all.
You never understood the true value of human life.
Nor have you stepped beyond the boundary that death has placed upon the human soul.
Rover pointed his sword first. Yeah, but there's a big difference between pointing a sword and actually swinging a sword, no? Like, the pointing a sword is just like warning her. Actually swinging a sword is different. They're both wrong for all I care. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, yes. But I think out of the two, I think I side more with Rover than I do with Forlova.
Finale.
We've been playing for 3 hours. Yeah, it would have hit further if it was actually properly shown. Maybe not in graphic detail, but at least shown, you know? Like, just like...
I've come home.
Instead of cut here, though, it wasn't really fully shown properly. But yeah, they did. I don't know why they didn't do it here.
Fenrico spoke of a paradise. What does it mean?
Would people normally exchange contact info when they hit off from a meeting? Or Rover would be in the wrong if he goes to actually contact them?
Save Renacita's
yeah,
souls?
there was no real
Was
contact
he pointing
made.
to the source of the anomaly in Renacita?
I'll talk about it later.
I heard curses. Not loud, but deep. I deserve them. Soon, it will gather enough strength to herd the people and drown Renacita beneath the dark tide.
I'll say this though, even though I don't really like the Fenrico boss battle thing, and they definitely needed to explore, like, to go more with Fenrico, like to show more of him. This ending here, the twist of like the dark tide curse on his face and the mask and that reveal and this part here, very well done.
The gem isn't the true
Like, he's not just a straight villain.
The
He's
false journeying
He's not just a straight hero. Again,
created an illusion of
really well done.
everlasting peace, hiding the real source of the catastrophe.
The gem isn't the true heart of the problem. The false journey.
I will remain here to stem the dark tide's spread. Now, I can sense it clearly. The fluctuations from the paradise are not in Raguna, but in Septimont. I cannot reach that far. I must rely on you to go, find, and solve the crisis there. Only then can those who abandoned their faith save their homeland.
That was exhausting. I can't believe it. That gate sent me to some lab so far away. Finally made it back. So, what happened after that? Did we win?
Okay.
What?
So,
What should we do now? Let's track him down.
fucking pointless. Sorry. Just Abby's whole thing here is for us to repeat the thing that we've just done a couple of minutes ago.
Huh? What's the bigger deal?
We were after the gem to find the source of the anomaly in Renacita. Now we have a better lead.
I'm not upset, I'm just saying. Another example.
Might also explain why the Fraxitus took the gem.
Another example,
What they're
you know?
really after. We'll head to Septimont to uncover the truth. Maybe it's time we spoke with the F-War.
Oh, alright. Are we heading back now?
We're still to that loose ends here. Okay. he did let us know about a lab. Whether that lab plays into the story in the future or not remains to be seen. And even if it does, did we really need to know right now? Or would it have been better if we found out about that in the future, like when we approach it? I woke to find out we were strangers. Is this like from Full to talking to Rover? Like, they were strangers from the very fucking start. That's the one thing I still don't understand. Like, they met for all but like 3 minutes. And she's held a grudge for like thousands of years. Or hundreds of years, sorry, I should say. I don't know. Like, that's kind of fucking crazy, no? No, it really was. It was just like that for the 3 minutes, like. Well, from what we understand, what has been mentioned and shown in the story, and also mentioned later on, is that they only met at that performance. We're teammates? Maybe, but... This must be the entrance to the Lost Beyond.
It feels alive. I know that sounds odd, but I mean, whatever's on the other side is pulsing along to the beat of someone's life. It's kind of faint, but it's definitely a part of a person's frequency. Hey, what was that thing you were holding? It smelled exactly the same as this place.
You mean her baton? It seems like the Beyond is now completely merged with her. If you can feel the pulse of life in the Beyond, it means she's still alive.
Okay, I just gave the place a good sniff. Only some leftover energy. Nothing smells wrong. Maybe. It's kind of like we're walking right into someone's thoughts.
Right. So... there's some... like I said, I've talked about a few things already. But there's some issues that I've had with the story, because it's not perfect, and of course nothing ever is. The easiest things I can point out are, say for example, the boss battle with Fenrico could be better. Like, all it ends up being is just like beating against a force field, breaking the force field, and dealing damage. And in this one, you never have enough damage to get through the entire health, so you have to do like the second phase where you have to fight some regular tacit discords, and you beat those, and then the shield goes down again, and you do some more damage, and then it's over. And then the fight with Fenrico should have been better. We also should have had more with Fenrico as well to put more into question. Like, we're just very, very quick to assume that he's a villain right off the start. And I think they really should have done something more with that before we do that, where Fenrico gives us something to do. Like I said earlier, Fenrico gives us something to do that seems like we're helping people. Then we find out later on with a twist, like, oh no, that was actually part of the Threnodian's plan. So we actually did some stuff that would help the Threnodian, which would be, again, bringing up some more grayness into this story here. Music was great. I really liked the music. For the most part, the dialogue was good. The voice acting was good. Some things, like I've said before, didn't really make sense. Like near towards the middle, where we get to that area with the orchestrator thing, where you've got to find the 3 pieces there. 1 piece is already in there. There's 2 pieces that are in different locations. That were put there by Fenrico to stall us. Like, why? I said this before. Why did Fenrico not just keep those 2 pieces with him, and then we couldn't follow him at all in the first place? It would like effectively put a lock on the door and make and give him more. But just make it more likely that he would win. So, the convolution of separating those there just to stall us instead of actually just keep it there to shut us out, and then also later on we've got the laser barrier, where how he knew that one would be on this side of the laser barrier and one would be on the other side of the laser barrier is crazy, crazy lucky. Let's put it that way. Yeah, it's just some stuff like that, but on the whole, like the nuances that were brought up in the story were really good. And when it comes to the conversation, the more philosophical conversation of like, what is consciousness and like what is reality? What does it mean to be alive? What does it mean to actually to exist? Were really, really good. And it sets up this dynamic of like, do you save the few but sacrifice the many, or do you sacrifice the few for the many? And I think this goes like, say, the trolley problem. Like if you got a trolley, one person is laid on the tracks, and that person is really dear to you, and then you got 2 people or more on another track, and you have to choose. Choose to allow the train to run over the one person you love, or several people that you don't know. Which is more ethical? Which one would you choose in that? Which is, I think Fullova would definitely choose the ones that she loves compared, and she doesn't really care about the other ones, the rest of the people that aren't dear to her. So, that puts the actions of Rover, like people are very become more sympathetic to Fullova and her struggles through her life. But at the end of the day, she did join the Fraxis, and she's been with the Fraxis for hundreds of years. According to law, she hasn't been that much of an active member, but regardless, she's part of this organization to get what she wants, and they're using her to get what they want, and in doing so, she's a part of that, and she is also just as equally culpable for that actions as she is also a high-ranking member of that organization. It'd be just like saying, let's put it in a more real-world situation, like Al-Qaeda, for example. Maybe you could be a let's just say something. Let's say you're a financial manager for Al-Qaeda. You don't participate in any of the attacks. You don't participate in any of the bombings. You don't do any of that. You're not really a fundamentalist, but you are part of the organization, and you are just as equally culpable as anyone else in the management of that organization. I don't really think you get much of a pass, even if you didn't actively participate in the slaughter. Although I don't really know. I do think she probably did participate in a fair bit of slaughter of people in there. Yeah, she did. Like I said, she did attack Jinsho. She did. Like she summoned up all the tacit discourse. So she's definitely not innocent by any stretch of imagination in this. And but when it comes to her actual mindset, again, pun not intended, the mindset of like she believes that these reverberations that exist after a person has passed away, they are just as much alive, or that she that they are in a sense of a type of limbo, that she can bring them back from that limbo into a form that would essentially give them immortality, like putting their consciousness into a tacit discord. This goes on to the question of like what's referred to as mind uploading, because the brain is just at its very base core is just a very, very complex machine, well, a complex organ, a complex machine that runs on electrical signals that fire on all these different nodes throughout the brain, really, to tell our body what to do, but also to inform our consciousness, for lack of a better term, of what to think and what to say or how to react. But then it raises the question of like, is our consciousness related directly to those electrical signals? In which case you get more to the philosophical determinism position of like, everything is just merely a cause and effect of everything else. So this neuron firing over here fires this one over here, which fires this one over here, and then everything I'm saying right now and everything I'm thinking is just a case of cause and effect of everything that's happened in the past so far in my experience of life. So do we really have any consciousness, or are we just reacting to the thing that happened before? This goes to, again, this is more talking about the more general philosophy, the more general problem, what's called the mind-body problem of, you've got two trains of thoughts on this one. The more determinist thought is like, the mind, the brain, the mind is intrinsically linked to consciousness, and the consciousness is the sense of self, and that's called monolism, if I'm correct, like monolism, like the oneness. And whereas the other train of thought is called dualism, where they are separate entities. And dualism is, and I mentioned this before as well in my first playthrough, is more it's well associated with Descartes, as in, I said this before, of like, I think therefore I am, of like, because this is like really boiling it all down, really, like, in a nutshell, like really very simplifying things here. Descartes believed that because you could never really trust anything that your eyes see, because in the end your eyes are just sending signals to the brain, and are you really seeing anything? Because your consciousness isn't really seeing anything at all. Your consciousness is not visible. It's just reacting to the visual stimuli of the eyes through the optic nerves into the brain, right? And so he argues that you can't really be sure of anything, and goes into skepticism, like ultra skepticism there. And the only thing that you can be sure of, because you can doubt everything, right? But you can't doubt that you think, because doubting is a type of thinking. And if you think, then you are doubting. If you are doubting, then you are thinking, and one cannot exist without the other. And if one exists at all, then you can say for certainty that the thing that thinks, the thing that doubts, exists. And that's where you get the term, I think, therefore I am, or I doubt, therefore I am. He actually never said those words specifically, but that's how the phrase has really been simplified. But then that leads on to another question of like, does the consciousness exist at all? And if it does, it goes more to monolism now, dualism as well. Let's say, for example, you know, like, guys, you got Star Trek. You know Star Trek. You know when they do the teleporter, and you teleporter from the ship onto the planet's surface, right? And what and maybe I'm misunderstanding here, but my understanding of the teleporter is that it takes away all the atoms, and then rearranges all those atoms again on the location that it's been set to, the coordinates, right? But when you do that, the you that's on the ship, is that still the same you that's on the planet's surface? Because that's kind of going into, I don't know if you guys know of the ship of Theseus problem. Or like, if you have a ship, right, and has all the different boards, if you take away one board and put in a new board, and you put that old board to the side, and do again another and another and another, at what point does it stop being the original ship? And if you use those boards you took away to rebuild the same ship, this was brought up in Avengers actually, with Vision. He said the same thing. And all those boards you took away, you use those boards to build another ship. Which is the true original ship? The one that's just been replaced, or the one that you've used to build out of the old boards? And this goes again. This actually has another term as well called the Swamp Man problem. A Swamp Man problem is a philosophical thought exercise that says that there's a swamp, right? And at that swamp, there's an electrical storm, and a bolt of lightning. There's a person in this storm. The bolt of lightning hits that person and disintegrates all of their matter, like nothing. But at the very same time, at another location, another bolt of lightning hits something in the swamp and magically like rearranges all those atoms into something that would think and believe and act and react in much the same way as the person that just got disintegrated. Some Detroit Become Humans. It is. This thing here, is it truly the person that got disintegrated, or is it something different? This goes again to the Star Trek problem and also just like the Ship of Theseus problem. But the thing is though, the argument for this being that's been created from the swamp, it's literally called the Swamp Man. It acts and reacts in much the same way as the person that just got obliterated. But it's what's called a philosophical zombie. A philosophical zombie doesn't actually feel, doesn't actually think, doesn't actually emote, doesn't actually have any sorts of consciousness. However, this philosophical zombie will react as if it does, as if it feels, as if it is actually reacting. It doesn't feel pain, but it doesn't feel pain. So if I get, okay, this is not a needle, but I've got a box cutter here. I'm not going to open it, but this is like blades here, blades away. Okay, just so we're clear, blades away. So if I get a blade and I go here, the swamp man, the philosophical zombie, would not actually feel anything hitting it, but a normal person would go ow, but it would act as if it did, if that makes sense. And it actually brought that up as well, like in here, in this here, they're putting the consciousness into these tacit discords, but are they actually putting the consciousness into the discords, or are they just acting like they have? Are those tacit discords just philosophical zombies because they're undying? Well, the original tacit discord, they're undying, unfeeling, and just have no emotion and no sense of self. So they would act like they do if they put this consciousness in, but they won't. But they aren't. Fulfillment, a massively advanced human civilization existed, capable of colonizing other planets and deep space exploration. During the journeys, they explored many worlds and encountered other forms of life, whether the same species or not. Some are being driven to replace humanity, capable of perfectly imitating humans, Swamp Man, while others wish to stand as adversaries rather than becoming their gods. I mean, yeah, it's the philosophical conversations that got brought up just in this here of like, is it truly possible to upload your mind? And if you did, are you actually there or not? Was really interesting. But then also raised the questions, because you know, like we mentioned earlier, that for Lover, 1 second, let me just bring it up here. Where is it? Here. Resonator for Lover's awakening occurred at the time of her death. granting her the ability to tune the frequencies of her target and alter their melodies based on the understanding of critical frequency structuring of matters. Again, talking about the frequency structuring, the structuring of molecules, the structuring of matter. But it says here that at the time of her death, so she died. So Frolova is, for lack of a better term, a literal, well, could be argued to be a swamp man. Like this, well, not a lightning bolt, but the meteor came down, destroyed everything, destroyed her. She died, but was somehow, I don't know, for lack of a better term, magically alive after that event. And she is, well, it was mentioned earlier, she is herself half human and half Tacit Discord. So Frolova is a, well, swamp woman. Yes, swamp man. She's a swamp woman. So Frolova is not the Frolova we met, well, we saw earlier in the white dress Frolova. That Frolova is gone. She's dead. This Frolova is not actually that same Frolova. Well, depending on how you approach that argument. She could be, she couldn't be, depending on how you think about that. So she's Shrek? Possibly. Meanwhile, Fob, it ain't that thought-provoking. There's better stories that can make you question your perspective. I mean, if you... I have a lot of respect for Fob, but if you know these philosophical arguments, again, about the nature of consciousness, then yeah, it does make you think. But like, it depends on like where your barometer is on like, this is interesting or this is thought-provoking. I mean, I think this is pretty fair. You know? So, yeah, point being, about, I just mentioned the swamp man. Frolova could be argued to be a swamp woman in this philosophical argument, you know? Latest test data indicate that under extreme overclocking conditions, while maintaining consciousness, again, we're always talking about consciousness here, so I think it is on purpose, Frolova's tuning can be extended to a maximum of 30 times the normal range, with the longest duration of record of 46 seconds. Due to the complexity of its origin, the exact timing and cause of Frolova's awakening cannot be defined. So, yeah. Examinations reveal a large mass of chaotic frequencies housed within Frolova's body. I think that's talking about her eye there. It's just really, really interesting. So, what is Rover then? Immortal body? Rover's basically just God, from all we know. Again, this goes on to my criticism of, I just really don't like amnesiac protagonists, because it's just too convenient that whenever the story requires it, then Rover somehow manifests an ability that they never had before because they just remembered it. Or whenever they need to introduce a new character, they just say, "Oh, you actually knew this character back before you wiped your memories." Camellia, Frolova, etc. So yeah, it's just I really don't like the amnesiac side of Rover. I just wish Rover was their own actual character instead of just someone that they put on there for us to like implant our own personality. But that's what I like about this story, this quest here, that it does seem like Rover is starting to become their own character, you know, doing things that maybe I wouldn't do, maybe you wouldn't do, or maybe you would do. It doesn't matter. But like, I do appreciate that part of this story here of where Rover is being more of a character rather than just something we imprint ourselves onto, you know? So he's not human? The fuck does he know about humanity? But again, wicked. Well, someone said that Rover is basically just Jesus. I mean, people could say the same thing about Jesus, I guess. Like, Jesus isn't really human, in a sense. He's literally divine, like a divinity. But he's always talking about humanity. Like, he's like could be argued to be the first humanist in, well, history, should we say. But yeah, it gets you all read her character stories. I actually have that up. 1 second. I was reading them earlier for Lolo. 1 second, I'll show you. Here. Song of Red and Black, The Hidden Licorice, Threading Through Woes, The Perfect Gap, her thigh gap, Afterlife and Beyond. So I've got them all here. It's philosophical. Oh, you meant in the philosophical sense. Oh, okay, cool. I thought you meant like the more literal sense. Sorry, that was my misunderstanding. Read the damn Dreaming Deep. Are you okay, Edom? He was the last survivor from Project Resonance. Oh, that was mentioned in. There was mention of tests being done with Rover in Jinzhou. No, I meant on the comments that Rover is not Jesus. Not saying is Jesus, just like akin to a Jesus-like figure. What exactly was that Lucia-looking woman doing when she sent us to Earth? Anyways, I don't know. It's really interesting. Like at that time, she gave Rover the tacit mark, and then she sends us down through this portal, and then we wake up like upside down in the etheric sea, and then we wake up later on with no memory. I think there's a big difference in time from these three states, from these different points in time. Like I think the one where we're in space was thousands of years ago, and then maybe the one where we're in the etheric sea could be hundreds of years ago. I don't know. Maybe it's like sometime after that. But the time that we wake up, like in this playthrough, where we're like we wake up and we see Yang Yang, that's years and years after all of that. Dreaming Deep is not canon, it's literally fiction within fiction. Yeah, I know, that's why I'm not really like, I don't really want to put too much stock in stuff that's being talked about in Dreaming Deep, you know? I hope to show more of Rover's past on 2.6. It'll get dragged out for patch after patch after patch. I don't think they're going to do that. But yeah, guys, I thought it was pretty interesting, all that stuff there, you know? And there was a lot of philosophical stuff that was being brought up. But the takeaway that we can take away from this is that Furlover is a swamp girl. I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Kind of, not really. Have you listened to the latest character podcast yet? I have, yes. Please post next to a Porsche. Will you buy me a Porsche? If you could buy me a Porsche, I'd love that. So, I know that a lot of people, I just want to say this one thing though. I just want to say this one thing that I know a lot of people get on Rover's case about the like not holding up his promise. Like promises are important, and I know that more than many. Not gonna say most. I know that more than a lot of other people. I really hold promises really near and dear to my heart. And yeah, if you make a promise, you should at least attempt to keep that promise. But that's the thing. We don't know if he attempted to keep that promise. He's lost his memory, which is convenient. But again, we don't know. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But we'll have to find out if that is the case, whether they choose to address it at all in the future. But like the point of like losing your memory, if I make a promise to you, and I go outside, and I get hit in the head, and I lose my memory, and I forget that I made that promise, and I don't keep that promise, is that really incumbent on me? Is that really my fault? You know? So, yes, promises should be kept, but should at least be attempted to be kept. But we don't know if he attempted to. He could have done. He could not have done. I do think a lot of people are putting a bit too much on, like, he made his promise, why didn't he keep, like, it's not, it is important, yes, but it's not that deep, you know? And also the same thing like I mentioned earlier, like, for all accounts and purposes that we've seen, Frolova meets Rover at that performance for all but maybe like 5 or 10 minutes. And then she's harboring a grudge against him for thousands of years. That's kind of insane. I'm sorry. That's kind of nuts. Like, at that point, get over it, you know? Like, and she knows that Rover forgot. Like, she knows that Rover forgot everything. That Rover doesn't have any of his memories. Because Scar knows that Rover doesn't have any of his memories. Because Scar taunts Rover about being like an amnesiac, about not knowing anything. So if Scar knows that, then Frolova knows that. I mean, and what? Kind of weird. What she did had nothing to do with her grudge on Rover, though. I think even if Rover did remember, I think she mentioned that as well. Even if Rover did remember, she would still have gone through with her plan, regardless. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, yeah, I'm pretty sure I think I side with Rover on this. But, yeah. I think that's where I am. In terms of score, though. In terms of score? Well, my first playthrough, I gave it an 8.5. I think there's a few more holes that can be poked into that. And I think I'm gonna take the 0.5 away. I'm gonna take the 0.5 away. I'm gonna say 8 out of 10. Yeah, wicked. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Wuthering Ways general chat in Discord. Let's. Follow. Why are you taking like screenshots like that for? What's wrong with you? Like, seriously. Achoo. Sorry. Yeah, it is. Still 7.5. I mean, I think anywhere. If someone says it's like a 6 out of 10, I think a 6 is way too low. I think as long as you're within, like, the 7 to 8 range, I think that's fair. I think that's completely fair. Because, yeah, Mark, the final boss fight was pretty... some of the stuff that happens in the story, again, I'm not going to go through it again, but some of the stuff doesn't really... It relies on a lot of coincidences. And some stuff that doesn't really make sense, that Fenrico would or would not do. But yeah, I think anywhere between 7 and 8. I think 7 and 8 would be fair. They hid lore, I don't like that. I mean, we're talking about story here. Lore should be not hidden, but like lore should be in places for you to find. I don't agree with the idea that lore should always be in your face at all times. If it's lore that you need to know to understand the story, then yes. It should be at least addressed and brought up. But if it's just like lore in general, nah, that's fine. 8.5 is fair in my opinion, stumbled on a personal line, but the implications... Yeah, I mean... I think I've calmed down. I think I'm going to take it down to an 8. But I still think like anywhere between 7 to 8 is a fair assessment, in my opinion. News guy, hello. What you? Have you just been quiet this entire time? Issue with Genozad isn't the rating; it's his crash out and reason for his confusion compared to other game. I mean. Yeah, I addressed this earlier, actually last night, just before I went to sleep. And I do think some people have been getting on him because they are mindless. Not all people. I think some people are mindless and they will defend Wuthering Waves under any and all circumstances. But I think that's like, say, 10% or 20% of the backlash he's been getting. I think the vast majority, again, like 80 to 90%, is either mainly from his own community or from other people, more, I would argue, reasonable people in the community of Wuthering Waves community. They're saying you didn't really pay attention and you're complaining about things that you didn't pay attention to that were addressed. And it's like, yeah, it's like if I'm watching an anime and I'm playing a game at the same time, I'm half paying attention. I'm mainly playing this game, and then I'm like, the anime finishes. Yeah, the anime was all right. I'm sorry, but I don't really think your opinion really counts if that's the level of attention you're going to be giving it. And it's fair for people to call you out for not paying as much attention as you probably should have been. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get on Jenna either. It's like it's his opinion, and I don't, like I said, I don't think anyone's really getting on him for his opinion. But it's his opinion. I think it's fair. Like I said, I've already said between 7 and 8 is a fair assessment. It wasn't that bad. I mean, again, fair. I do think it's at least odd. Do I want to bring this up? Of people that have been defending Genazad, friends of Genazad that have been defending him, that I've basically just been saying, no, it's just the Wuthering Waves community. The whole Wuthering Waves community is toxic, and they hate anything that's Hoyo, and they protect anything that's Kuro. I'm like, yeah, there definitely is a part of the community that is like that. But the people that are saying that right now really do not have a leg to stand on. Because they were precisely the people that were promoting it, that were propagating, that were like fostering that kind of mindset. So it's just really, really weird. I think a little self-awareness should be in order. A little self-awareness and a little bit of self-reflection, because it's fine if, let's say, for example, let's say I was someone that did play into for a long time. Let's maybe say I'm someone that did play into the Hoyo bad, Kuro good, like under any all circumstances. Maybe I was one of those people. I wasn't. But let's just say, for example, that I was. It's perfectly fine for me to then say, I was wrong. I should not have said that. I should have been a little bit more measured in my responses. Like, I defended this, I probably shouldn't have defended this. I attacked that, I probably shouldn't have attacked that. There's a level of self-awareness and self-reflection that's needed to happen before you go on to then criticize that very same mindset that you had been a part of. You know? So, yeah, it's really weird. There's reasons why why his viewers were calling him out. I mean, from what I understand, it was mainly his own community that was calling him out. Blind to their own hypocrisy. I've seen this before. Someone just setting themselves up to bandwagon on the next upcoming popular game. Yeah. Anyway. Am I racist to swampmen? Sure. So, Naughty Boy, I'm good. How are you? And what is your insight on not burning bridges? I try not to burn my bridges when possible. That's why I've always tried to at least be polite and cordial with pretty much everyone that I've interacted with. But it gets to a point where there's some people that I really do not want to interact with. And this will probably get sent to him, but I don't really care. One person I really do not want to interact with, like on a friendly level, would be Saint Tontus. At least not the Saint Tontus that he is right now. If he changes his ways, sure. But as he is right now, not interested. But as far as I'm aware, I have not really actively gone out of my way to burn bridges with anyone. Like, you could argue that, well, they could argue perhaps that I burned my bridge with, say, Tectone, because I called him out for mocking me. But even then, it was pretty mild. I was like, do you have something to say to me or something? Like, what's going on there? Like, you're just being weird. But if Tectone wanted to call me and have a friendly conversation about stuff that's happened in the past between us, or between like stuff that's happened in the community, I am completely and 100% up for having that conversation. I do not care. I have no maliciousness or ill intent. I said it before, I don't hate Tectone. I don't even dislike Tectone. I think he's fine. I think he's a very, I actually typed this as well. He's a very complex individual that has made a lot of people, he's made a lot of enemies over the years. But like I said, he's complex. He's definitely got some certain issues that I think he probably needs to work out. And I'm fine to be cordial and friendly with him, but whether he wants to with me, that's perfectly fine. Oh, the Gatsmack post? I've seen that Gatsmack post. Yes, I have. Rizguy. Gatsmack is someone that I would hate to burn a bridge with. I think Gatsmack is one of the best guys in the space. Like, he's got a really solid head on his shoulders. Yeah, I think Gatsmack is one of the best people to speak to. I wish I could speak to him more, honestly. So, yeah. Continuing what I was saying, I have no ill intent towards Tectone. I have no ill intent towards Captain Cabinets. I have no ill intent towards anyone that people might think, or for whatever reason, that I do. I don't. Like, same thing for like Mr. Pokey as well. Like, I made a couple of posts that called him out, but even then, I've got no ill will for Mr. Pokey. I would love to like hang out with him sometime in the future, because he lives like, well, not nearby, but like country-wise on this side of the planet, you know. So yeah, Mr. Pokey, I like Mr. Pokey for the most part. It's just a matter of like holding people to account, even if they are your friends. You know? It's really weird where people try to assume the worst in everyone. I try my best not to assume the worst in anyone. I always try to at least give people the benefit of the doubt. But if they've proved time and time again that they're not worth that, then sure. But like when it comes to stuff like this, like, I don't know. Like, even with Genizad as well, I don't think it was from a place of malice or ill intent at all. And like I said, there is a degree of truth to what Genizad is saying and Tectone is saying. Like, there is that part of the community. There is a part of the community that just makes their entire personality Hoyo bad, Kuro good. And they will attack Hoyo for anything, and they will defend Kuro for anything. And that's not healthy. And that's, to be honest, one of the reasons why I have an issue with Saint Tontus, because I think he is the biggest person that has propagated that mindset, should I say. And yeah, that's just what it is. Annie! How you doing, Annie? How you been? You good? Pokemon Meet Smack in Shanghai last month. They had a good... Yeah, I wish I could have gone, I'll be honest. I wish I could have gone. Even though he's never played PGR until recently-ish, but rarely plays it and sucks at it too. Who are you talking about? Why don't I play Ethereal Restart? Just time, energy. Really, I'll be quite honest. It's so hot, I'm hiding from the sun. I know exactly what you feel. Oh, did you guys know that there was a new heat record set in Japan just a few days ago? It hit 41.2 degrees Celsius in Japan, in an area that's not too far from where I live. I am dying. Oh, Tontus? Okay. Yeah, that's why I'm like, if I seem a little bit shiny, a little bit oiled up, that's why. Plastic food melting? Yeah. It's and people want to deny that global warming exists. I'm sorry, but I've met several people around in Japan that said when they were kids, like they're like 60, 70, 80 years old now, they said that when they were kids, it was rare for Japan to hit 30 degrees in summer, like 30, maybe 31. But now we're hitting like maybe the low temperature will still be around 30. This is kind of crazy. CPU idles are lower than that. I know, right? It's crazy. Literally dying. And it's getting worse and worse. I just wish that the world governments would just like shut the fuck up, stop being dickheads, and solve the climate crisis. You know. Yoga Prefecture was around 40. Yes, 41.2. And I have the coldest summer in a long time, 10 degrees Celsius at night. You lucky bastard. Right. Deep Magic, you are coming in at a very bad time. I have been streaming for almost 4 hours at this point. It's almost midnight, so I have to bounce. I'm really sorry you came up at this time here. I'm so sorry. It's only 4 hours, pretty short. It's almost midnight. Shut up. But yeah, so sorry. But お疲れ様です。Ryosuke-san. So I gotta go. I'm so sorry, Mark. I'm so sorry, Mark. The VOD will be there for you to watch, and yeah. Watch more towards the end after I've finished. I do a bit of a deep dive on the more philosophical conversations. So I actually might cut that out and make it another video. Even though I'll be trudging over stuff I've already made in another video, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really care. Right, guys, I have got to go. I will see you all next time. Okay? Take care. Peace.